VP, now we are live. We are live. Let's continue. Welcome, guys. Welcome to my channel. Welcome. And today we are going to talk about the North London Derby and also the Manchester Derby. We are going to look at the two derbies and see which of the two derbies are the great derby, which are the two derbies that attracts most of the fans. We're going to discuss this. Of course, I'll give a priority to our friend Reg, who is at work, so that he can tell us his opinion about that. And then we continue that. Welcome, Reg. Tell us what you think about the two derbies. Of course, it's an extraordinary weekend. Of course, we'll be having the two derbies going on this weekend.
Actually, these are two tough matches because, derbies are very tough matches. And
Exactly.
everyone is looking forward towards winning the derby because derbies are not easy. It doesn't matter whether you are at home or away. Those are very tough matches. Actually,
Exactly.
your form will help you, and actually your strategies and other things will help you. How you will get into the game? How will you prepare yourself? Actually,
Exactly.
the mindset and the strategies and the form will help you. If you have very good strategies, I believe you will lose the game because actually each and every team is looking forward towards winning that match because everyone will come into the game with a very good strategy. So I believe those will be very tough matches because, as you can see, the North London Derby, Arsenal versus Tottenham are. That's a very, very, very crucial game because those are bitter rivals. Those are bitter rivals. It does not matter whether you are at home or away. If you make mistakes, you'll face the consequences of the mistakes you've made. So actually, I'll talk about Tottenham versus Arsenal because we can see that Tottenham are not that bad. Actually, they have a very big improvement according to the previous seasons. They have a very good improvement, and Arsenal are on their top form. Arsenal are on form, and actually they are playing a good game under Mikel Arteta because we've seen this season they've only lost one match against Man United. So we can see that they lost the match against Man United. I think the problem was the midfield, but right now I think Arsenal are hopeful that Partey and Zinchenko will be back. Actually, Odegaard is back. Actually, maybe Partey and Zinchenko will be back. So I expect it to be a very tough match. Although I feel that Tottenham do not have very good strategies. Actually, I don't believe tactically they are very good as Arsenal because Arsenal right now are trying their best. You can see that Arsenal are trying to play a very good game. They are very tough. They have tactics and they have very good strategies. So I believe it will be a very tough game, despite Tottenham not having a very, very good or perfect strategy. Actually, a London derby is a London derby. They might step up as well. So it's not a game to underrate. Actually, that's a very tough game.
But at the moment,
yes.
At the moment, Spurs have not lost a match. So you will always expect them to perform well. So welcome, Sydney. The problem seems that I've lost my power here. I'm in the dark right now. But we can continue with that. I'll just make sure that I'll put my camera off. Let me put my camera off. Let's continue. So as I was saying, I would want to give Reg a chance because he's at work. So let him contribute so that we can continue as he leaves. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, welcome. So as I was saying, you see, Spurs now they've not lost a match. At the moment, they've not lost a match. They have a good coach. Of course, they've been winning. Luckily, unfortunately, they've not been playing very well, but they've been winning. And again, you see, as you've said in the North London Derby, most of the time the team that is on form always gets a problem. What do you expect now? Of course, as you've said, they have good players, they have a good manager. You guys are also playing well. You've had some challenges with some of your midfield players, especially Odegaard and also Partey. What do you expect from them returning to the pitch right now?
Actually, I expect it to be a very tough match simply because, Tottenham know that Arsenal are in a good form. So actually, they won't underrate Arsenal. They will just step up into that game. They will play their best. They will do their best to win that game. So I really
Right.
expect it to be a very competitive game. It will be a very tough one. So I
Yeah.
think it will be easy. If people expect it to be a very easy match, then I think they will be wrong because it will be a very tough match. And Arsenal lost to Tottenham last season. So
Yeah.
Arsenal won't want to lose again against Tottenham. So it will be a very tough match. It will be a 50-50 one. So I think the best team will win on that day because actually Odegaard is back and a
Yeah.
party hopefully there are positive news that he's back also. So let's wait and see for that day.
And between the two derbies, the Manchester derby and the North London derby, which are the two derbies that you feel attract more fans from all over the globe? I mean, from all over the world. Which of the two derbies do you see that attract all the fans from all the globe?
Actually, that's simple.
Yeah.
Manchester Derby will attract a lot of fans globally because actually, these teams
Actually,
have very good players. These two teams have yes. So these two teams have world class players. So actually, we can see that United have Ronaldo. We
Sydney,
see that
Sydney, please. Sydney, get in again. There's a problem, eh? There's a problem, eh?
Yes.
yes,
Sydney,
yes.
you might leave. You might leave. Try and leave. Try and leave.
Okay.
Guys, welcome back, guys. Today we're going to talk about the two derbies, the London Derby and yes,
Yes.
continue. Yeah,
So we can see that City have players like Haaland, United have players like Ronaldo. Both teams have world-class players. So
yeah.
that match attracts a lot of fans globally. Even I myself, I support Arsenal, but I'm looking forward towards watching the Manchester derby. I'll be at work, yes, but I'd want to find a chance to watch that match. That tells how much this match will attract a lot of fans. So it will be a very tough one.
But you see, with that derby, you always expect Manchester City to win, and with the London Derby, you sometimes you go to that match without even knowing the result because sometimes the result is a bit unpredictable. But for Manchester United and for Manchester Derby, most of the recent years, it's been seen that Manchester City have been winning most of the derbies. I mean, they've been doing well in most of these derbies.
Yes,
So
that's true.
but for me, if you ask me, especially in Africa, the North London Derby is always big because
Yes.
even from before, the North London Derby used to be big because it could attract most of our African players. Remember back then, we used to have so many African players playing for Arsenal and some of the players playing for Spurs. Remember the likes of Adebayo playing for Arsenal, the likes of Kolo Toure playing for Arsenal and Spurs. I mean, the Adebayo played for Arsenal and Spurs, and then Kolo Toure used to play for Arsenal. So most of the African fans used to watch the North London Derby. If you ask most of African fans, especially here in Africa, they would tell you most of their interest is on the North London Derby.
Actually, yes, but we are talking about Africans. I'm talking about globally because actually, this
Of course.
Manchester Derby
Yeah, okay.
has some weight because we can see that Haaland said that he wants to play against Man United, and Sancho said he always wants to play against City. So you see, so actually, people are looking forward towards watching that match because it will be a very tough one. And this time it's not easy because also Man United are on a very good form.
You
Actually,
think
they have
so?
Ten Hag and they have tactics. Yes, they have tactics. Actually, we'll try see, but it won't be a very easy one as well.
So what do you expect from the two derbies? you expect? You see, most of these derbies we've seen, like the North London derbies, they are normally we have red cards. Most of the time we have very good goals.
Actually,
Remember the last time we had a good goal from Lamela? Yes.
actually, I expect the North London derby. I expect Arsenal to win. I expect
Okay.
us to win that match. I expect us to
Exactly.
win. And for the Manchester derby, I expect Man City to win. Even though both matches won't be a very easy one, but I expect Arsenal to win and Man City to win. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Some of the highlights you expect from that match, as I've told you, last time we got a very good goal from Lamela. And again, we've been seeing good goals from Hurricane. We've been seeing good goals from
Lacazette.
from Lacazette, right? but I
Yeah.
remember, but I remember Lamela's goal. You remember Lamela's goal?
Yes, that was a very great goal, but we ended up winning that match 2-1.
I remember you did. So, what are some of the highlights you expect from that match? Red cards, yellow cards. I mean, there's always scuffles in such kind of derbies.
Yes, actually, I expect Gabriel Jesus to do something. I expect
Okay.
Harry and Son to do, especially Son. Son and Hurricane, I expect them to be on the highlights. I expect Odegaard and Gabriel Jesus to do something. Even Gabriel Martinelli, I won't underrate him because
Yeah.
he's now becoming a very good player. So I expect it to be a very competitive match. Actually, both teams will
Yeah.
produce very good highlights. So that's why I'm saying it won't be a
Yeah.
very easy one.
Exactly.
Yes.
Ejima guys.
Hey, Papa.
For us. So guys, I'll be
Okay.
giving the rest a chance so that I can return to work and maybe I'll
Yeah.
join you sometimes later.
Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you for turning up.
Okay, okay. Thank
Okay.
you.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Welcome. Welcome.
Thank
It's
you
your
so
Thanks,
turn to
much,
thanks.
tell
brother.
me. It's your turn to tell me. Of course, you've heard what Ray just said. What do you have to comment about what he has said and some of the comments that you have on the two derbies, and what especially what you expect from us North London Derby? Of course, last time we were here, we talked about Manchester Derby, but of course, I didn't get your sentiments on the same. You have a chance now to tell me what you expect from the North London Derby and also the Manchester Derby, especially on the highlights.
Okay.
What are the things that you are looking forward to?
Mm.
Okay. So personally, I say thank you for this opportunity firstly, and also we say we should improve this football forum. Okay.
Okay.
To the point, talking about the derbies. Let me the North London. It's an early kick of football. Being
Yeah.
an early kick of football, also it's always a derby by itself. There is a lot of
Yeah.
surprise. Whatever you
Yeah. Sure.
expect always come so I can say what they have high expectation on Arsenal to win the game.
Mhm.
But we should not underrate the Tottenham football. We should not underrate that team also.
Mhm.
Also, we should consider the fact that most of the players are from international duty.
Yeah.
We expect some fatigue, some sharpness in some players. You see, so there's a lot of mixed reactions in these derbies, making it so 50-50 chance as were present at the camp.
But
Most of them had no
most of the Arsenal
chance in
attackers
the
were not
international
involved in
duties.
this international duty.
However, I am like the Brazil team,
Mhm.
the English team, team. We had some few. So on Tottenham also,
Yes.
yes. So and that may be punished with them with using overconfident. They may be punished both sides of the coin to stand. See a very good draw, a very good draw at the London Derby. I see a very good draw. Attack on the North and on the North London Derby. Go back to the biggest, not the biggest derby, because I know the biggest derby is the Liverpool versus. Let's talk of the Manchester Derby.
Yeah.
It has some violence in it, some strength, some energy, players
Yeah.
wanting to prove, and previous matches except last season. It has been
Mhm.
Man United always wins at Etihad. Then
Yeah.
except last season. Let me put my hypothesis right so that we may not
Yeah.
misquote me again. Then
Yeah.
these are this a game with the high playing coaches. We see them
Mhm.
trying to press. We see them trying to obtain ball and try to, and we are seeing that transition from Man United. Man United from Jose Mourinho era, they were just trying to hold the ball, trying to hold the ball slowly, transiting it to a goal. But now you've seen them transforming into attacking the format that you try to attack the opponent. This transition, okay, we may not expect much from Man United, yes. The truth is that, but we are for the best. We shall win.
Okay. Wow, Kenan,
Yes.
Samaje, what
Tuko-
are some of the memories you have for these derbies? I know we talked about we talked of the derby, the Manchester derby, and do I even remember the scores you gave? I don't remember the scores. I don't know whether you even gave the scores.
I didn't give the score.
Okay, you just gave the prediction. Do you give even the prediction? But you gave the combined 11.
Yeah, yeah.
We have the two derbies. Which of the two? There's something that you have done. There's a comment that you've made in the group chat. You said that the North London derby is bigger than the Manchester derby at the moment, right? That's what you've said.
Not at the moment. It has been bigger.
Okay.
Like the Manchester derby was irrelevant up to when Fergie left.
Okay. Or
It's
rather,
just
when
that
Manchester City got the money.
it's just that we share a city with another Manchester club.
Okay.
Our derby is not that fierce. Actually, Man U versus Leeds, it's more rival than Man U versus Man City. It's just
Yeah.
that we just share it happens that we share the seat.
Yeah.
The results used to go one way. Up
Yeah.
until 2008, City were getting clapped 8-0 by Middlesbrough. So City were a lesser team in Manchester.
They were
But
just
London
noisy
Derby,
neighbors.
hmm?
They were just noisy neighbors.
Exactly. But London
Mhm.
Derby has been competitive for the last so many years because at least Spurs were, even though they were not winning titles, but they were
Yeah.
at the top, trying to compete for top four.
Yeah.
Yeah, so London Derby is more competitive, more fierce than Manchester Derby.
Yeah.
But recent times, Manchester City has been trying to bring that rivalry to Manchester, but we really don't care because if I even heard Rashford say that he'd rather have Man City win the title than Liverpool.
Wow. Yeah.
Liverpool is the real enemy. City are just the new kid in the block.
Yeah.
They just share the city. Wamekuja juzi, so hatuna hiyo
Kabla
hasama
washinde
kabisa.
kabla washinde titles wafike huko hata 15. You people mtakuwa mshaenda mbali kidogo.
So like Ten Hag said, the eras come to an end.
Which era?
Like eras generally, eras.
Oh,
Who
you
knew that
said
Maguire
Ten
era.
Hag, when he came, he
yeah.
was asked about the dominance of
Example.
Liverpool and Man City.
Mm-hmm.
He said he likes how they play,
Yeah.
but fortunate or unfortunately, eras come to an end.
Exactly. They
They
do.
want to dominate forever. They're not Real Madrid.
Even
Back in the days, United and Chelsea used to dominate the 2000s. It was United and
yeah,
Chelsea. But right now it's
between
Liverpool
2000 and
and
between 2003 and 2010, it was all United and
yeah,
Chelsea. Yeah.
exactly. But right now it's Liverpool and City.
Exactly.
So Ten Hag said eras come to an end, and I think I agree with him
Yeah.
because when Pep and Klopp leaves, the teams might go for top coaches around, but they won't be in the same calibers venye wako sahi.
Mm.
Yeah, so that era will come to an end.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Hmm. Have you told me the difference between the two? I mean, like Sydney, you've not told me which one of the two is a greater derby.
Okay.
Which one has a
Basing on the
pull? Which one has a pull?
explanation,
Yeah.
okay, I can say the Arsenal versus the North London derby is at least a very big derby that has grown for ages. It's very old, nice. Does and add that you feel that it's a derby, but sometimes uh, you you'd rather. I was just asking someone somewhere that if you hear Man City is playing against Newcastle, Real Madrid, which one will you watch? You definitely
Which
say
one?
that point. Like you find this there's no point to hate it. Somehow it's a team that is coming up. Um, at 10 ages now, like Man City, the greatest game of this weekend. And if I'm asked to Ireland or in England, I would start with Man United versus Chelsea versus Arsenal. Then you come with Man United versus Arsenal again. Then you see we have the Liverpool versus Everton. Those are the derbies you hear. We have the derbies.
That's why
Yeah.
those are derbies. Yeah. Those are real derbies.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Sydney,
Continue.
your voice is breaking.
My voice has been breaking. Sorry.
Yes.
So
Exactly.
I've said to summarize, I've just said Tottenham or the London Derby this weekend is greater than the Manchester Derby.
Yeah.
And I went forward giving that there are other derbies that are greater than the Manchester Derby.
Yeah.
I said with the Man United versus Liverpool. I have Man United versus Leeds. I have the we have the London's derby, and we should also not forget the Merseyside derby, Liverpool versus Everton. You also saw the women at the weekend. That was a very nice derby for the women also.
Actually, Newcastle versus Sunderland is bigger
I hope I
than
was clear.
the Manchester derby.
There's one question. There's one question I've never.
I agree with you.
You see, there's one thing I've never. I don't know whether there's a derby that Chelsea is always involved in. I don't know which derby is Chelsea involved in.
Chelsea, Fulham, Chelsea, West Ham.
But they are not as big as the ones that you've just said.
Chelsea, Spurs. In terms of
Also, to correct you, Mr. Sam,
Chelsea and Spurs is a real good one. Like the way Sydney said, those London derbies, Arsenal, Chelsea, Chelsea, Spurs, Arsenal, Spurs. Those are good ones. Fierce derbies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, continue, Sydney.
The derby that rattles the whole world is not really a derby, but the match that rattles the whole world is Man U versus Chelsea.
Exactly.
My fans are up and down. The last time we played versus Chelsea last season, I saw a meme ilikuwa nasema timu yenye tatangulia kufunga game za mwisho mafans wachapane kwanza.
Of course,
game ikiwa half time watu wachapane tu kwanza ishe.
Wajua hiyo ililetwa na the rivalry between, of course, walikuwa wana respectiana, but on the field these guys walikuwa wanapelekana mbio sana. Mourinho and Fergie, that's when it started. That's the time it started. Because Mourinho he came and decided to end the dominance of Sir Alex Ferguson, and of course some of the players that you guys have gotten from us, kama Matic. I remember Matic alitoka Chelsea, then Mata alitoka Chelsea akaenda Man United. Who else? Lukaku also. So hiyo derby pia inakuwa na maneno.
Sam, I was saying, you find also some derbies are dying, whereas some are growing up. You can see, you can't compare. There's a derby between Man City and Zaha. There's a very big derby by itself.
And who?
So you find that some teams that are coming up. We had some situation where Man City versus Newcastle. I mean Manchester City and Crystal Palace. At some point. And some point we have also Newcastle have been with them on toes to some extent. Then I was seeing there was an era like 2019, 2018 with Man United. You could feel like it's something very dangerous for this Man United team. So we have some also rivalry and renewal of some derbies. And also underrate the Chelsea versus Aston Villa. That's something you feel when the players go play there. You don't know where the game will go. So that's a definition of a derby. But when you get because you share a city.
I remember back then we had Mourinho. It was very hard for us to win at Villa Park. In fact, Villa Park nilikuwa, I think it was the only stadium that Mourinho didn't win in his first stint at Chelsea and even in the second stint at Chelsea. He never won at Villa Park. Every time we went there, we either got a draw or lost. So it was very difficult for us to win at Villa Park. And when we won at Villa Park, I remember we were with, I think tulikuwa na sare. That was the first time we won at Villa Park for a very long time. Wakati I think Aston Villa wamerudi kwa league tena because they had already walikuwa relegated. Then they came back. It was our first time to win for a very long time. So that is also something. Again, some of these factors make some of these games be derbies. Wow. Now let's talk about. Of course, you can also give me the combined 11 of maybe Arsenal versus Spurs. What do you expect from the two teams? Which are some of the players you expect to be in that 11? Let's start with you, Sydney, please.
Okay, starting with the goalkeeper, I would rather go for the Arsenal goalkeeper, that is Ramsdale.
Yeah.
When we have, I can say at the right wing, we right back, we have the Perisu. I would go for him, but right now we should go for Perisic, Tottenham. That's Tottenham. Then we have Saliba. We have Saliba, and at this other side, I'm not conversant so much with this Arsenal team because it's my rival team, so I may not know all players. But let me just select a few. Like I expect Harry Kane to be in the team, Son to be in the team. We have Saka, I think Bukayo Saka. Yes, I expect the same to be in the team. And we have what Martinelli. We should not underrate that boy. He's a nice boy, really. Yeah. So that's my rough lineup or rough combined XI.
At the midfield, which are some of these players you expect to be at the midfield? Because up front, of course, we've talked of Son, Harry Kane, Martinelli, and Saka. But now, I think if you have Son in the team, he plays on the left, so that means you won't have Martinelli. Probably Saka plays on the right. That one I give you, but on the left, I think you've got Son and Martinelli, so you have to choose one. Which one would you go with?
Son. I will go
Sorry?
with Son.
Okay.
I would go with Son. And the midfield, I would go Kulusevski, or Kulusevski. That's that boy. Then our African party, I may not leave him behind. The defensive. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, they got Hoiberg on the other side. They got Bentancur. Those are their midfield players. So you go with Partey and who else in the midfield?
Kulusevski or Kulusevski.
Kulusevski is a winger. I think he plays on the right. He plays on the right.
But sometime, the time I've been watching, most of the time you find him.
He's good at cutting in. Okay. I think he cuts in. He's a left-footed player, but anatumia sana. Well, yeye ni left-footed, so anacheza on the right, but anacut in with his left foot.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow, that's okay. Then Kenan, wewe squad yako company 11 unapatia nani?
Ramsdale. Left back Zinchenko.
Yeah.
The two CBs, Romero and Saliba. Right back Perisic.
Okay.
Then the three in midfield, Højbjerg, Partey, and Odegaard. Then the front three, Jesus, left wing, Harry Kane striker, Saka, right wing.
No Son in your team, man.
I think Jesus is slightly better.
Okay. He's a good dribbler than Son. But I think Son is more of a good finisher than Jesus. I'm not sure though. Because
But Jesus has a higher ceiling than Son. Jesus is only 24, I think, or 25. Then
Yeah,
Son
sure.
is 30.
Yeah.
So by 30, Jesus will be better.
We only hope that he will be better. See, we never know. Some of the players that we thought will be better. Remember the likes of Wilshire. They had a very good ceiling, but unfortunately they were hampered with injuries and some of the indiscipline that they had. So some of these players, Paco, when they have to prove themselves at some point. Hata Neymar, you see, most of the people had walikuwa na expectation kwa Neymar that angeshinda Ballon d'Or, but unfortunately he hasn't. Yes, and now he's
Neymar naye ni
starting.
off pitch reasons. Angekuwa ameshinda. Angekuwa na strict manager kama Pep ama Mourinho ama Fergie. Angeshinda kitambo.
But alikuwa, I think akiwa Barcelona alikuwa na nani kwani?
Enrique.
Alikuwa na Enrique is a proper manager. I think he's a good manager. In fact, Enrique
hiyo ndio time Neymar alikuwa na cook. Hiyo ndio time sasa watu walisema atashinda. Like after Messi, yeye ndiye atashinda next. Juu hiyo ilikuwa pick Messi Ronaldo.
MSN, ilikuwa inaitwa MSN hiyo time.
But sasa hiyo time ilikuwa pick ya Messi na Ronaldo. Wao ndio walikuwa na dominate. So watu wakasema Neymar ndio next. Akatoka Barcelona.
I don't know. I don't even know nani alimdanganya akatoka Barca by that time, because angeendelea kukaa Barcelona maybe angefanya at least angekuwa a very serious player. People told him that he was walking on the shadows of Messi. I leave Barcelona and the PSG. Probably could be making headlines there. Ashinde Ballon d'Or, but unfortunately it didn't happen. He went there with a lot of money.
I also think of Benzema. If could listen to such advices, he could have left Real Madrid long ago. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
But now you see, with Benzema, I think his place was something about Benzema. You see, these players akina Benzema ni watu unaona as they grow old, they become better. Unajua ule Benzema wa kitambo, hata kama watu wanasema alikuwa mkali, hakuwa mkali kama sasa.
Kama Modric.
Say vile wanaendelea kuzeeka ndio wanaendelea kuwa wakali. Because Benzema even before, si hata kama watu wanasema alikuwa mkali ama he wasn't performing because of Cristiano. I think that's not true, because some of the qualities that this guy possesses right now, he never used to have them. Like even now, the physical condition of how he is right now, he's a bit leaner, anaonekana ni msee mwenye ako poa yani. He understands the game and contributes to the game more than he used to do before. Right now, I think I may improve on how he plays the game, and you can only give credit to him. There is nothing like maybe basi nani Cristiano angekuwa ama hangekuwa. I still believe kama Cristiano angekuwa mpaka saa hii, Benzema angeonyesha quality yake kama angeendelea kuimprove and improve saa hii. So these players, remember back then we used to have strikers. I don't know whether you remember the likes of Jermaine Defoe, the likes of Darren Bent, who else? These players, they used to perform. Crouch, right? Our players walikuwa kizeeka na wanafunga mabao. They could even get so many goals than the likes of Rooney, but that time ulikuwa unapata kwa charts wakiwa na goals nyingi. So it all depends with how your development goes, because some of the players wakiendelea ku get old wanakuwa wazuri. So never know.
No, that's the doubt I have with nani, with anaitwa Joe mtoto Man City.
Haaland.
Yeah. Like anaweza maintain stuff hadi akiwa 30.
Hiyo ndio kitu mimi nashindwa.
Akimanage ku stay away from injuries.
Yeah.
Juu alipik akiwa mdogo, why?
Yeah. Na problem ya hiyo pia ni kutumika. Unaona, like for example mtu kama Hazard alipika akiwa mdogo sana. He was very young, and you could find each and every coach, hata wa national team wa Chelsea and everywhere, alikuwa kimtumia each and every game. The reason as to why unapata hawa sasa siku hizi at their old age wanaanza kupata injuries, like they don't recover from the injuries, especially when they get a bad injury, they don't recover from those injuries because these players wamekuwa overused. But unaangalia some of these players ambao especially hawa unaangalia the work rate yao iko juu, ni wase wenye wako so talented. In fact, mtu kama Hazard is talented. Mtu kama I remember who else mwenye amekuwa hampered na injuries. I think
Bell.
I'll talk of Hazard. Who else?
Bell.
Yeah, Bell too, yeah.
Na Macoreus.
Lakini Macoreus naye yake is a special case. This guy has ever been amekuwa fit kweli huyo.
Ni World Cup ya 2018 peke yake.
Sorry?
World Cup
2018 alicheza tu kibahati tu ya.
Okay.
Lakini sasa hii pia ameumia.
Mazee sasa hivi pia tena ameumia. He's a very talented player but so fragile.
I guess ndo maana Ole alikuwa anakacha Greenwood asiende England jo hiyo.
Asiende England.
Asiende kuchezea England.
Greenwood.
Ole alikuwa anakacha.
Okay. Because ni player mwenye ako na talent sana.
Akicheza kila game atabana out by 27.
Yeah. So mtu kama Hazard unaona hivyo ana burnout. I don't even know what happened to Wilshere. Wilshere used to be a proper talent.
Injuries, unaona ilichongaje? Achilles tendon. Hii hapa ya ankle.
Yeah.
Hiyo kitu hapo nyuma inakatika. I think everything that Mourinho predicted has come to pass.
Yeah, he did. He said
when he was at Chelsea, he said something about Hazard, si ndio?
Yeah, exactly, he said.
Vitu mingi zenye amesema zimekuja kupass.
He talked of Luke. Aliongelea
Pogba,
Martial, Rashford. United board.
Yeah.
Kusema kumanza number 2 na as much as the Champions League is the best.
Kwanza hiyo Dele Alli ndio I think because we can even see the video when he was talking to him akimwambia you are 24 years but utajipata ukiwa 30 years you've not done anything with your talent. Yes. So I think so imagine someone goes to Turkey now. Imagine mtu kama Dele Alli anaenda Turkey. He's 26 years old right now. I think he's 26. And he goes to Turkey.
Ndio anafaa kupick.
Lampard alimuita akadhani. See, at some point I thought Dele Alli will be like Lampard because he was that guy, a number 10 mwenye alikuwa.
He was so good.
Yeah, he was so good, man. Alikuwa number 10 mwenye alikuwa more creative. In fact, he was more creative than Lampard. Lampard was not even creative, but he was a good finisher because yeye ange shoot from far, angeingia kwa box the right time. He was a good player. There is a time I think alimaliza na 20 something goals in Premier League.
But Bruno alivunja hiyo record. Highest scoring midfielder.
Yeah.
So ukileta hiyo point ya Dele Alli, tunaweza fikiria kuhusu Demarai Gray pia. Gray vinya alitoka I think Leicester. Anaenda kuwa shadow fulani, yani hiyo talent yake inakaa kupotea kwa umbali, like some examples zina come you see.
Yeah.
We have the likes of Iwobi.
Yeah, Iwobi from Arsenal. Yeah. Iwobi naye alijichanganya. I don't know what happened.
There's this kid, I don't know if you ever heard about him. He was called Hakim Master.
Hakim Master?
From which West Milan?
Okay.
He was tipped to be bigger than Ronaldo and Messi.
Yeah.
Then we have Alexandro Pato.
Yeah, Pato, I remember him.
He was tipped to be the greatest Brazilian ever.
Yeah.
But I don't know what happened.
A lot happened. He even came to Chelsea at some point.
Mm.
He only scored one goal, and it was a penalty.
Actually, on
But
his
for me,
debut, I think you were playing
but
versus Aston Villa.
I think it was about the injuries too.
Mm-hmm.
It was about the injuries. As you
Now,
said,
now the way
it's about,
Brazilians love Nini batting.
exactly. Yeah, as you said, it's about if your success starts so early, sometimes you burn out so early
So
too.
early. Yeah, so
Yeah,
you need someone to manage you well.
yeah.
And also,
I
I
think.
also see in this
Mhm.
perspective of decision, yeah, players like they decide to leave that some certain club wanaenda. I think there's some players kama for example Ken Hangestick pale Tottenham. We would have forgotten him to some extent. I was just seeing in that perspective. But because amestick pale na Tottenham, you become an important player to a team. However, any coach will
Mhm.
come, he will consider you the same.
But
So
Pierre Ken
also
made a
the
mistake.
decision. Mhm.
Ken made a mistake not to leave Spurs because at his peak, if he could have gone to City, Chelsea, at least he had some titles assured. Now imagine him retiring with no title. Greatest scorer in the Premier League with no title. Not even Carabao. Pathetic.
But you never know what will happen in future. Maybe they will win some titles. You never know. They have to continue now, but
Hopefully they do.
probably they will win 2 or 3 cups before he retires. You never know.
And also, you should not
But
say
but
of
pia
Conte. The
nasikia anataka kwenda
Conte is
Bayern.
not, Conte is not
Yeah.
assured. He may go for Juventus soon. We are not sure, but
But
he
that's
may
so
go.
true. He may leave.
Yeah.
And Conte anahepanga kazi. Kukikuwa kugumu
Mhm.
anatoroka.
Kidogo, continue.
Yeah, so Conte might leave to Juve.
Juventus.
Yeah.
Then also
But
considering that Tottenham does not do a lot of budgeting and during the transfer windows, so anaweza peana hiyo kama complaint aseme okay, this is the issue, so let me do this, let me
yeah, let
leave
me go.
for Juventus. Yeah, something of the sort. That's what. What do you
But
expect of? Mm-hmm.
I
Continue.
also heard
Sorry.
Bayern Munich are interested in signing Hurricane. I don't know how true that is.
I can say that these are just early speculations from like we are just from another window. So there are those disappointments and preparation for the January transfer window. But currently, football is focused on the World Cup. However, this World Cup seems so dull, but I think people are just prepared for this World Cup too. Like after World Cup, now we can sign, or the team is prepared. After this World Cup, we can sign such and such players. So something we should not ignore also in talking this point. Yes,
But I
continue.
think Bayern are suffering without a striker. So on January they'll go out and sign someone. They don't have a natural out and out scorer. They are using Mane in that position, but Mane is not a natural striker. He's a winger. So I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
on
yeah.
January they'll have to spend some cash and sign a top striker.
And we have touched on the word money. So, do you think Liverpool are missing money?
Very much. Mane was like Hazard. He doesn't need to score. He doesn't need to assist. He'll take the game on its own. But you see,
It's
Liverpool
like they are missing
Sahi,
also Origi.
yeah, the front three of Liverpool right now, if they don't score or don't assist, they do nothing in that game. Unless Luis Diaz, who at least try to run around and run the game by himself. What Mane used to do perfectly. Alafu Mane used to inject some fear in opponents, the
Yes.
defenders. the team can use him as a decoy. So many people will mark Mane, and that will create a space for Akina Salah, Firmino to score.
Yes.
So they miss that a lot.
We also miss this super substitute known as Origi, or what?
Origi,
He
exactly. His
comes
goals,
change.
he only scored important goals.
Yes. That
So they miss him so much.
also they sold Takakumi, or what was their name?
Minamino.
Minamino. Yeah.
Yeah.
He rescued them during, I think, the Carabao was it FA. He rescued them
A
so
lot
much.
of
They were
a lot
losing.
of times.
Yeah, okay.
He
So and
scored
then
he scored on big occasions.
yeah. So for there is this phenomenon that they are saying Klopp always
Mhm.
flops at the 7th season. I think this should be true to some
Yeah,
extent.
it's happening already.
Yeah.
And we are praying for it to even get bigger. So that at the end
And
of the
once
season he walks away and they hire Gerrard. Then their downward trajectory begins at that point.
if you say of the same, I also think of England.
Mm-hmm.
What should
England national
England
team.
do? Yes. Should
I
they
think
just disband
they
and
have a
everybody should
bright
go home?
future. England still have a bright future. They have a lot of kids. If you take
Yes.
Hurricane Maguire and Henderson, the average age of the
Yes.
team will be 24 or 26. So they still have the next 10 years. You see,
Yeah,
Akina
like for
Gallagher
example,
coming up, Akina Smith Rowe, Greenwood.
Pope and Ramsdale.
Mm-hmm.
You see, when you talk of they got the talent, but how do you compare the talent that they have with other countries, especially France,
Portugal.
Germany, Portugal? Are they going to be a tough team? Are they going to be a team to beat? Because when you look at especially France and Germany, and also Portugal, they got proper talents. In fact, good talents compared to England.
I think England they have it in their locker to beat these teams, but the only
Yeah.
problem is the coach. I think
Okay.
after World Cup, regardless of
Yeah.
the results, Southgate will be sacked.
But I heard
Or
that he's
even
going to
before.
walk away. I don't know whether it will be so early before the World Cup or it will be after the World Cup.
I think
I've heard that he's walking away.
I think it will be after the World Cup because this was the last game before World Cup. There's no
Yeah.
friendly or anything. After
Yeah.
the Premier League 1 week, then World Cup. So they are still sticking with him to see
Yeah.
them through the World Cup. Then after that, regardless of whether they win or lose, he'll be sacked. I think it's high time Portugal considered Mourinho.
Do you think Jose is ready for international work?
I swear he will win the World Cup. Mourinho is a different monster in those one game face-offs.
He still want to be the limelight. See Mourinho anapenda ile ya kuwa like every week he's on the media. I don't think he's now ready to coach in any international.
But eventually he will coach one day, one time.
Yeah,
He
he
will
will.
coach
He will.
Portugal.
Yeah.
Eddie Howe will coach England. Pep will coach
Yeah.
Spain.
Yeah.
Jurgen or Tuchel will coach Germany. And it will be peak football again.
Wow, Sydney.
Yes.
What do you have to say about Cristiano? Of course, yesterday he was criticized by so many Portugal fans. And
Okay.
yeah, his sister is out criticizing the fans that they are not even those guys are not thankful of what Cristiano has done to them. He's now saying that why are these fans criticizing Cristiano? They should stand with him at this time. Of course, it is his lowest moment at the moment. They should try and stand with him. What do you have to say about that?
Okay, what I've said is that, and I always stand with Cristiano, is that he's a man that always respect his consent. He doesn't concentrate with the media. He doesn't concentrate with all this trolling and
Yeah.
everything against him. So that's a positive part of him. Like, okay, he's on his personal life on that situation. Then he's a gentleman that you talk to him, like you see the saga he almost brought with transfer window out of Manchester United. Like, I think whatever happened till now, when you see him playing for Man United, you can see there's something big that changed, and it changed mentally and psychologically. That he's a different person. So whatever I'm seeing from the fans is that the fans seem to see a player maintain the form all through the not forgetting that there is something fatigue. You also see there is family issues here and there. There's the international duty coming here, attention to the World Cup. Is also Manchester United is trying to rejuvenate everything. So there's a lot of interrelated issues that may affect the form of Cristiano Ronaldo. So I think fans should be patient with him. However, what he does or whatever he does, he's just a man like us. You won't be perfect every year, come in, come out. So we should just be patient to him. Everything gonna be well. We love our own Ronaldo. He's nice. He should continue with this personality of just being deaf to the outward, and that's how a man should live. That is the real Morife. Yes.
Yeah. Wow, that's the real Mauricio, don't run, eh?
Yeah, he's not running. He's running
He's not
away
running.
from it. He's running
He's
away
facing
from the.
he is facing the challenges, eh? Despite
Yeah,
despite despite his age. He's 38
This
years
yeah.
old, but he has the mentality of a 23 years old.
this one thing Fabregas said,
Yeah.
football doesn't have a memory.
Yeah.
Football doesn't forgive.
Yeah.
And that's true. Because before Ronaldo, Portugal had qualified for one World Cup in the last 30 years. Alafu 2 Euros, excluding the one that they hosted in 2004, which they were given automatic position. They had qualified for 2 Euros and 1 World Cup before Ronaldo. So Ronaldo being in Portugal made everyone think that Portugal is a bigger in any country, powerhouse in football, like the likes of Argentina, Brazil, Germany, who produced stars years after years.
Yeah.
Before 2015, if I told you to name 6 stars, actually 3 stars from Portugal, you'd only name Ronaldo and Nani. Correct me if I'm wrong. So, and also the fans need to understand that this is a 37-year-old Ronaldo, not the 23 that we used to know who used to run games on his own.
Yeah.
Alafu, I don't think it's Ronaldo's mistake because I think it's the coach who fears Ronaldo. Ronaldo wasn't supposed to finish that game, rather even to play it. That's why people like United fans right now respect Ten Hag because Ten Hag has the balls to bench Ronaldo.
Yeah.
If Fernando Santos goes with the same mentality in World Cup, I think Portugal might not go far. Because Ronaldo doesn't deserve to play every game. He's 38 for God's sake. He needs to play 30 minutes at most. Then the problem with Ronaldo is after records. He's
Yeah,
not
exactly.
being just himself. He's obsessed with Messi. That's
Yeah,
the problem.
exactly. Now
And
that
you see
Messi scored
this season
twice.
Messi is cooking.
Yeah,
This
Messi's
season
cooking.
Messi is cooking. He might win the 8th Ballon d'Or.
Not when Benzema is alive. I think
Not not
for now.
not this
we should
season, but
forget
the next season. If at all he wins World Cup, I
about-
swear he will win it.
let's wait and see what will happen.
But
Of course,
I hope not.
he must do a World Cup and a Champions League at the same time. If he doesn't
I
do
hope
that, I don't think he'll win
I hope
anything.
not. I hope he doesn't win anything.
Yeah.
And
You see, so
I'm
far
really
Argentina
huh?
have not lost a match. I think they've gone
Yeah,
for 30
36
something
matches.
games. 36
36.
matches, right?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe the first match that they will lose will be at the World Cup. Probably that will be on the final.
No, round of 16.
Wow,
I think
why?
round of 16 they are facing.
I see
They'll be
there's
facing
some
Netherlands.
unity in that team. Like there's that good transition.
You see, Argentina
Yeah,
are playing like Real Madrid, the 2013, 2017 Real Madrid, who used to die for Ronaldo.
they're
That's
not
team is
dying for Messi.
they are dying for Messi.
Yeah,
And you know Messi is not slowing down. Messi is not like Bruno, Ronaldo, at ukimfall at Messi doesn't dive around.
yeah,
One thing I love about him is he's direct.
yeah,
Ukimpea ball bas twende mbele. Na haizi
yeah,
dive. Hata ukimwingia ngumu aje. Ataanguka tena amke.
yeah.
Yeah, so he's still showing like he still has 3 more years in top football.
Yeah.
Now I saw he's ready to walk away. See, contract yake inaisha this season, this summer.
20. Yeah.
I saw he's ready to walk away from PSG. I'm hoping he goes to the Premier League.
Yeah. Who?
Messi.
He can't. He can't come to Premier League. He might go to Barcelona.
I'm hoping he comes to the Premier League.
Where to be specific? Manchester City
or Manchester United.
I don't know. I don't know whether he'll agree to come to Manchester United.
He can. He doesn't hate us.
He seems to be that person who fears new challenges.
He doesn't fear. It's just that just he cannot control transfers.
But he never wanted to leave Barcelona.
Exactly, because he loved Barcelona. Amekuwa huko maisha yake yote. So he felt like he owed them loyalty.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even wanted to play for free.
Wow, let's see what will happen. Of course, unajua Messi pia naye a bit controversial naye because I even have an opinion on you see ile World Cup wenye walishindwa. I think they lost against Germany.
The finals.
But in that tournament, according to me, Di Maria was the best player in that tournament.
According to everyone.
Yes?
According to everyone.
Yeah, but they gave it to Messi. I was not happy about that.
Di Maria was the best. Actually, was the missing link. Is the reason why they lost that final.
Yeah, exactly. He was the one who made them lose. And I heard that he didn't even have the injury.
What happened?
Yeah. There was some disagreement between Messi and him and some
because
other
he
players.
was at Real Madrid.
Sorry?
Because he was at Real Madrid that time.
Yeah, he was at Real. And then we had the likes of Higuain. Who else was there? I think Higuain also was there.
Mascherano, Demichelis,
yeah,
Zabaleta, those old guys. But if
So,
you compare you compare the Argentina squad and the Portugal squad before 2020, Argentina walikuwa nafaa kushinda so many Copa Americas. Yeah, so I think also people quickly forget that Ronaldo made Portugal a powerhouse.
And of course, ile time wameshinda Euros, I think wameshinda Euros against France. Walikuwa wanacheza na France, ndio.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was not in the finals. He got injured and became a coach.
Actually, that's the career-changing injury. That's why
Okay.
it never runs.
Yeah.
Hiyo ni haijai heal, ni ka Hazard. Tangu apate nini hiyo nini Achilles tendon hiyo ya
Yeah.
ankle. Hajai kuwa the same Hazard. So Ronaldo had to change his playing style because of that injury. He was told if you wanted to play for long, that is. So people don't understand that. But regardless, what he has done for football, I think no other than Messi, I think no one will ever do it. Like I see people who criticize Ronaldo, and I'm pretty sure most of them started watching football in 2014, ile entertainment ya high school. Because if you watch Ronaldo from 2006, that kid was a monster. Kama social media ingekuwa hiyo time,
Yeah.
that kid was a monster.
You see, there's also another thing that a good dancer knows when to leave the stage. He's been there for too long. Should have left on a high.
Ronaldo said he's staying not for. Well, he said he's staying. He's still playing because his son told him he wants to play with him at least one match before he retires.
But when will be that time, man?
His son is now 12.
So in the next 4 years, he'll be able to be signed for a senior career.
Maybe.
Because he's 12. At around 16, that's when they are signed for senior careers.
Yes.
So will he wait until then?
If he goes to MLS, he can start pad. Actually, that's the best decision he can do in January. Go to MLS, score 120 goals. Make it even harder for Haaland to break that record.
Of course, Drogba went there.
There's this question that Rekin asked.
Yeah.
If you put Mo Salah in last season's United team, how many goals will he have scored?
But Mo Salah last season was cooking.
Exactly.
It was good.
If you put him in United team,
some of the goals.
How many goals have Mo Salah scored?
Sorry?
Ronaldo scored 26 goals with a dying United.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I think last season was his greatest season in recent times.
Yeah, he tried. He was on a great form. Of course, he got that from Juventus. He came and strategically alikuwa anajua kujiposition na kufunga mabao.
Yeye ndio top scorer wa Juve na amecheza huko miaka 2.
Oh, all-time top scorer?
I think so.
Okay. Yes, I even had that before enda huko sijui top scorer wa Italy alikuwa afikishi sijui how many 20 something goals.
30.
There's some statistics zilikuwa hapo, I think hata nikashangaa sana.
And he was the fastest player to reach 100 goals. Sijui in no many appearances. In less appearances.
Yeah. I think Ronaldo is quality. The only problem is that people have forgotten what he's done for them. But I think again, as you said, it's all about the coach. Angejua angekuwa anamweka maybe for some minutes at least to keep the pride. Lakini ile story ya kumweka for 90 minutes and then the guy is a winner. Unajua when they don't win he gets frustrated. And some of the action he does, they've lost. Anatupa amba chini, hizo ndo zinaenga mafans. That's where the problem comes.
I don't understand why people criticize his mentality. Like that guy loves to win.
Yeah, he loves to win.
Nobody hates losing, but he hates losing a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
Hata mimi ningekuwa kwa position yake ningekuwa nafanya hivyo. Hii yenye Manu inapigwa, tumepigwa 4, alafu una expect atienda asalimie watu. Siezi.
Ronaldo ni top mentality yake iko juu.
You saw last season PSG fans saying they wish they signed Ronaldo. because Messi wasn't scoring.
Yeah.
That's when I knew that football forgets. Quickly
Yeah.
forgets.
Yeah.
But I'm lucky to have existed in this era.
You see, the other thing people forget in football, it's about the preparation that you do. Preparation, especially when the season starts. And this is
Yeah.
what I've always been telling guys, especially when these people judge Lukaku. See, Lukaku did not fail at Chelsea because he was a bad player. It's because he didn't have a
You need
preseason with
preseason.
Chelsea. And again, with Ronaldo, this season, the reason as to why he's not at the level that he was when the season ended last time, it's because he didn't have a preseason with Man United. Because the preseason is very important. That's why you try everything. That's why you are allowed to make mistakes. That's why you are allowed to you at least unajua mnakuwa pamoja for mnakuwa on training like you've gone maybe like the last this preseason you are in Australia. You get to be together for some time. For a week, actually, you are together as players. You come to training, you go home, you come back, you prepare for the game, you have team talks, and then go and play. But hii ingine inakuwaga pre-season, you get to bond and understand the philosophy, especially when you have a new manager. You get to grasp what the manager wants. And you see, the reason as to why hata Messi last season, he didn't do well at Paris, it's because he didn't have a pre-season with PSG.
True.
These top players, there is a way wamejieka like they have, because it starts with the mentality, it starts with the mind. So if they've missed something, they don't feel mentally okay. So I think hii kitu itasumbua Ronaldo mpaka hii season iishe. Actually because he didn't have a pre-season.
I actually saw a post
Yeah.
in Twitter. Kuna huyu jamaa controversial sana walikuwa na
Yeah.
Ronaldo like ni sijui psychiatrist. Ronaldo akapiga naye picha akaweka juzi Instagram.
Yeah.
So that guy was asked alikuwa anafanya nini na Ronaldo.
Yeah.
He said Ronaldo is depressed.
Wow.
He's fighting depression.
Wow.
Yeah, so maybe that explains why he has been underperforming.
Exactly. I'm still waiting for the interview that he promised. I don't know what he's going to say.
Maybe he hopes to be sold. Ndio atoe hiyo interview.
Hata Bruno alisema he won't talk much about Ronaldo, that atasema
Ronaldo
because he knows
mwenyewe.
to talk.
Ronaldo atajiongelelea yeye mwenyewe.
Lakini definitely mtu kama Bruno anajua, because these guys they are from the same country and probably they've shared the challenges that he has, so he knows. Probably atatuambia what is. I'm still waiting for the interview. I just want to know more from him, because at least nimeona there's something that I'm seeing. Tena is a bit angrier than he used to be. Sasa anaonekana anakasirika, akona attitude kweli. Yeah. I don't know what is happening. Those are still the signs of depression.
But I'd prefer, as a United fan, for the better of both parties, he leaves in January.
Yeah. He should leave at least. You don't want to see him down at United. That's that's not right.
He goes to salvage his career somewhere else. He can go to Sporting Lisbon. I'm sure he'll score some goals.
Ama aende huko China. Ni China ama ni wapi? Kuna mahali Waarabu walikuwa wanamtafuta, sijui kama
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia.
He has won everything. I think he should go. He should now consider making money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So but yeye anataka kufunga mabao mengi. Anataka kucheza Champions League.
That's why many people love his mentality.
Did he really want to play in Champions League? Because
of course,
if that was the case, he could have left United, because Napoli walikuwa wanamtaka. I heard that after some time nilisikia President Rowe akisema they really wanted to sign Ronaldo.
deal ilikuwa like tuwapee Ronaldo, watupee Osimhen, like tuwapee Ronaldo na 100 million, watupee Osimhen. United said no. Hiyo ni kutugonga.
Kwa nini sasa? Osimhen is a better player.
Of course, but we are giving you Ronaldo. Ronaldo can't be valued at 0.
Okay.
Yeah, at least wangechukua 80. Actually, they wanted 100 million in like once. Say ati ile yenye ati wote tutawapea 30 upfront, alafu 70 tuwalipe installments. Walitaka zote once. But I think now if you are going to sign someone from Napoli, it should be that guy Cravadona.
Wewe msewa left wing.
Ama atakuja Premier League flop. Akwe kaka Lidu Koulibaly.
There's one player that used to be so talented. I remember we signed him from ilikuwa ni club gani? I think it was a club in Russia. I don't know whether you remember a player used to be called Yuri Zirkov. Yuri Zirkov. Huyo player pia alikuwa more talented. He used to be a left back, I think, but alikuwa anaweza cheza left wing. Alikuwa talented vibaya sana. But when you signed him at Chelsea, he flopped. So sometimes
even
these players. But you see, for Shevchenko, it was because Abramovich and Abramovich's wife and Shevchenko's wife were friends. That's why he was signed at Chelsea. But Mourinho never wanted him.
Actually, I saw somewhere that Mourinho was asked between Drogba's and Ronaldinho who he wants.
Yeah.
You look at Drogba and who? He just said, "Give me Drogba," and he delivered.
He was asked Drogba. He said, "You just pay. Don't ask. Just pay."
That's how top managers operate.
Exactly. Because I remember there's an interview I saw in run up to, I think it was a Champions League draw. Ilikuwa ni Champions League draw sijui ni ya mwaka gani. And then most of these managers walikuwa kiulizwa one of the best players wamewahi kuwa nao. The special talents wenye wamewahi coach. I mean, best players that represent the kind of coaching they do. Mourinho said Drogba is a player that he's worked with, and he's one of the best players that he's coached. Then I think Wenger said Vieira. Fergie said who? Fergie said Ronaldo. Pep said Messi. Then Jeb Hanks said Thomas Muller, I think. Even Joachim Low said...
Yeah, Muller is underrated.
Yeah. Joachim Low naye alisema, I think Joachim Low alisema unakumbuka Miss Closer?
The top scorer of World Cup.
Yeah, that guy. So our coach, they know some of the players that they wanataka. So at the moment, so there's some statistic that we saw. You want to say something and then introduce this topic as we finish. No,
just introduce it.
So there's some statistic that Maguire is actually not so far from what Van Dijk has done in the Premier League, apart from the trophies that Van Dijk has won for Liverpool. But when you look at their individual stats, they are not even far apart from each other. You have to say even the tackles, but wengine wanasema some of the tackles that Maguire does from his own players. Hata na tackle some of the players.
I think it depends with the team you are playing for. Yeah, so United is more exposed. Like right now, if you take Trent to United, okay, like 10 year old.
Yeah.
When our defense was exposed, he could have struggled really, really bad. You see, before you face Van Dijk in Liverpool, ushanyanganywa ball. But see, our
Yeah. I
defense is
remember last
exposed.
time tuambia how they play. They start pressing from juu.
Huko
They start
mbele.
pressing. Yeah, because
Eh,
they commit so many players forward.
yes.
Yeah.
So before ufikie Van Dijk ushanyanganywa ball. Alafu
Yeah.
Van Dijk is not a player who lunges in to tackle or to make a block. You saw how he defends with his aura venye wanasemanga.
Yeah.
Anaeka hivi mkono nyuma alafu anafungwa. So it's not like that type center back mwenye anajituma. You had the trade when you say Van Dijk has sweat. He just walks around smelling nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he doesn't really struggle to defend because he knows how to read the game na how to kupanga nini backline yake. Something that Maguire doesn't know. And he knows when to commit and when to not to commit. If you saw, some guy was doing analysis in Twitter for his girlfriend, juu ya Maguire. There's a shot Nicolas Sula had, ikatoka nje, kipa kwa ameona.
Yeah.
So England walikuwa kwa back 4. Yeah. So Maguire akaenda mbele, akacha space hapa. Then Nicolas Sula akatumia space kupata shot. So alitoka kwa hiyo backline. So those are some of the mistakes that Maguire makes that Van Dijk doesn't. Maguire hajui kuread like hii ball staifikia. Yeah, so I guess easy stats most likely maybe zenye zinaweza kuwa considered ni za strikers. Hizi zingine ni okay, zina matter, but eye test is important.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's another thing I would want to ask you. Now that you let unafikiria mtu kama Eric Bailey with the kind of style that he plays, because we know he's a proactive defender.
Yeah.
He's not mtu wa kunini. So do you think that ungekuwa na mtu kama Eric Bailey kwa hiyo defense yenu right now, mtu kama Varane angepata chance?
Eric Bailly angemanage ku stay fit.
Yeah, staying fit.
Angekuwa first choice center back.
Yeah.
He plays like Vidic. That's how Vidic used to play.
Yeah.
He's never afraid of 50-50s. His clearances are like the way ana clear ball ati inakushtua. Alafu he can go forward pia. Na Vidic used to pass. So the problem with Bailey he plays 3 games, then he goes 3 months injury. Then when he comes back, hana ile form yenye alikuwa nayo.
Yeah.
So tena anachukua another 2 months to be integrated to the team. So that's the liability to the team. Ina cost team juu ukisha settle fit alafu upate injury alafu rudi tena ukue chini. Ina cost team. So the only problem with him was not rather playing time but staying fit. Angemanage to stay fit, angekuwa sahi first choice center back without doubt.
Okay. Yesterday there was some news, Was it yesterday? Yeah. I think it was yesterday. There was some news that John Obi Mikel has retired from football. What do you remember? Hey, asante bana Dennis.
Mko aje?
Poa sana bana.
Leo sikai sana. Niko mbali bwana.
Uko wapi bwana?
Msituni.
Kwani wapi?
Niko Kakamega msituni.
Okay. Hebu tuambie Manchester Derby na nini na North London Derby, wewe unapenda gani? Ama ni gani ndio kubwa, some of the expectations?
Kwanza hiyo discussion nilikuwa nataka kuambia ilikuwa ya Ronaldo kwanza. Hiyo Ronaldo, I think you should understand, as fans nilikuambia Sam. Nilikuambia fans expect wins only. Most fans only want to win. If you don't win, they start saying you are not good. The same way they say against Maguire, against Manchester or every team. Just like now, if Haaland fails to score, then they will say you will buy. So as a fan, you should be ready for 1, a win, 2, draw, 3, lose. The Portugal fan won against Spain. By the way, they have a good history, but the thing is failed. So what you should expect is to wait. And I think it was wrong. Hapo kidogo, I mean, ngoja kidogo naitwa.
Okay, ni sawa.
Ngoja kidogo nakuja.
Okay. So Kenan,
Yeah.
do you remember Obi Mikel? I'm a retire, that guy. I have some memories for him. Which one do you have? Do you remember him?
Yeah, he almost signed for us before.
Yeah, I remember.
Exactly.
Yeah,
he was a good central midfielder, so to say.
Yeah.
Because at Chelsea used to play CM, then at Nigeria used to play CM.
Yeah, exactly.
He was solid. Someone you can rely on. And he assured safety to the backline.
Exactly.
He was a top talent. Mourinho loved him.
Exactly.
When Chelsea scored and he was around, Mourinho would call him. Ndumwambie wewe baki hapa. Actually, hao ndio wanzilishi wa basi.
Exactly.
Ukiona hapo basi kuisha.
Every time you could see him coming from the bench, unajua ni basi kuisha.
Yeah, I think Chelsea has the record of conceding least goals in a Premier League season.
Yeah, 15 goals in a season.
Exactly. So hiyo ndio mwaka basi sasa ilianza. So he was a good player actually. And before I knew United wanted to sign him, I always wished that United signed him when I started understanding football. Yeah, so until I heard that we almost signed him but Chelsea hijacked the deal. Ni player nilikuwa natamani sana. Unaona wale rival players wanatamani, naweza penda huyu atuchezee. Yeye alikuwa anacheza kiafrika, anacheza like you see I love most of mimi Kenya nikiwatch ball chenye napendanga kuona players sana ni off possession. What you do with those people? Who msonge ya kuacha. It's either you get the card ama you get the ball. So that's what I loved about him.
So maybe the first time I saw Mikel was in 2005. I think in 2005 Olympics. I think ilikuwa ni Olympic. That's when I saw Obi play, and he was. I think alikuwa after Messi, because Messi played in that Olympic. So unajua ile Olympic wanataka wanacheza football players under 21 years old. That time he was very young. Messi was also young. He was the second best player after Messi in that tournament. They met in the final, Argentina and against Nigeria. And then Argentina won, but Mikel was the second best player after Messi. Then after that, he came to Chelsea actually, because he came to Chelsea when he was 18 years old. And most of the games that I saw him play, the good partnership was between him and I think SCN they used to partner with SCN SCN was a CM and also him was playing as a DM. Then namkumbuka one game that we played ile game yenye nilianza yani niliona Mikel akidictate play pale Chelsea ni an FA match that we played against United. Don't know whether you remember a goal that Drogba scored at the last minute, extra time fulani hapo 206 207 and we won. That's when Mikel, I saw him play 120 minutes.
Yeah, he bossed Akina Scholes.
Sorry? He bossed Akina Scholes vibaya sana. And that's when I started liking the guy. In fact, in school I used to be called Mikel because I really love that guy, man. I really love that guy. Every time and they used to make things simple because wewe unasema off possession, lakini mimi akiwa na possession, akiwa na ball nilikuwa napenda vile anacheza simple passes. He used to collect ball from the defense. And it was John Terry, akiwa na John Terry akiwa na ball, he used to provide an option for Terry. I used to love how he plays. And then the other memory is when we played against United again. We played against United in 2008. A final kule, I think ilikuwa ni Moscow.
Russia.
Yeah, Moscow. Yeah. He was also there. And again, there's a match that he got a red card.
Even versus Barcelona, actually, he played a good match, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Versus Barcelona. Hii Barcelona yenye mlicheza Camp Nou mkashinda mkapack game mzima. Hiyo Di Matteo.
Oh yeah, Di Matteo. Hata final ya nini? He was there in fact. Even in the final we were playing against Bayern.
Ya alizima kina Schweinsteiger. Hiyo ndio team walikuwa on peak.
Exactly. So namkumbuka, but there's a match that I remember he got a red card. Na tulikuwa tunacheza na Man United. Sijui alipigana na nani, sikumbuki. Sijui ni Evra, I think it's Evra. I don't remember well, but I think it was Evra. Hiyo match ilikuwa kali sana. And I remember that day Balak and him were given a red card.
And we won.
And you won, yeah, exactly, you won. So I remember that match. So welcome back, Papa.
Nimefika bwana.
Tuendelee basi. We were talking about Mikel. Unajua John Obi Mikel?
Huyo jamaa wa Chelsea.
Yeah.
Hiyo but hapo sikuwa fan sana. Hapo sisi wadanganya. Unajua hata football wako wanatangaza Kenya hiyo wakati.
Okay. Hiyo time walikuwa wakitangaza basi.
Ndio haikuwa.
Labda wewe ulikuwa hoja nini?
John Obi Mikel 28 26 bado nilikuwa katoto kadogo.
Oh, okay.
In football sikuwa mkubwa.
So what do you study with football?
Ndio nyinyi mmekula bwana.
Sisi tulianza kuona mpira kitambo hata tukiwa watoto sana.
Mlianza mkiwa which age?
Mimi nikiwa 8 years.
8 years?
Yes. Because I remember Thierry Henry. Nakumbuka kuna player wa Arsenal anaitwa Tony Adams.
The defender.
The defender. I saw them play, man.
Why?
I remember Kina Gallas when that time walikuwa Chelsea, then they went to Arsenal, from Arsenal Tottenham. Yes.
William Gallas.
I saw Kanu play.
Solomon Kalu.
No, Nwanko Kanu. Yes.
Huyo hapa.
Umjui hata kocha hujamsikia, of course kocha basi kama hujaona Kanu hujaona kocha.
Hapo nitakuwa nadanganya. Hizi watu bibi Chelsea and Arsenal.
Yeah.
Chelsea and Arsenal. Hebu nione. Si wakumbuke hao watu wananiambia.
Okay. World Cup yako ya kwanza ni gani? The one that you are watching. Yes.
Tulikuwa tunawote kwa jirani, hata tulikuwa tunajua World Cup ni nini.
But ile sasa ulikuwa unajua mpaka you are supporting a certain team. Ilikuwa ni team gani? When was that? Which World Cup?
Hii ni ya juzi, hii imekuwa ya was it Spain. Hii ya 2010 ndo nimekuwa nimejua football ni nini.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Naona hapa ni karibu.
Kina Ozil sasa kuchemsha watu.
Hizo sasa huko nyuma 206 bwana, nilikuwa bado hata sikuwa nashughulika na ball.
Okay. Hiyo 2010 nani alichukua hiyo? 2010 hiyo wale. Nani alichukua hiyo?
Spain bwana. Spain.
Alicheza na nani finali?
Hapa si Spain tena. Hebu nione.
Ni Spain. Alicheza na nani finali? Alicheza na nani finali?
Hebu niangalie nione. Nitakumbuka kweli? Sikumbuke hapo ndo alikuwa nani. But Spain iliwin. Sikumbuke nione.
Unakumbuka Iniesta, si ndio?
Iniesta bwana ya Shakira.
Bwana ya Shakira anaitwa Kike.
Uko toka bwana.
But of course Iniesta scored in that game. I mean, that final, it was Iniesta who scored.
Hizi vitu nakwambia.
Yeah.
By that time I was not dealing with the football. Ana wengi nimekwambia mimi sijakula sana kama nini. Nini mmekula bwana? Nini mnaona? Hapo video hapo. Nini ni watu wa 35 plus bwana? Ai.
We had interest in football earlier. It's not that we are old, man. We just had interest in football earlier.
I don't think.
Sure. For real. As for me, I had interest in football as early as 8 years because my dad used to be a referee.
Ndio maana labda.
Yeah.
Sisi watu tumekulia Kakamega kuna football huko chini.
Yeah.
Huko ndani kabisa wewe unapata football. Anyway, mlikuwa mnaongelea kuhusu Ronaldo.
Yeah.
And the way he was booed by the fans. And I was telling you that the fans will always boo you if they don't win. Hata wewe kena ni kwako ama kwenu usipoperform kwa exam wanasema you are bad. That's the same way that watakubu tu wewe umefaili. In your family kama utakuta na sukari jioni ama maziwa babale watakuta na kitu. The same thing applies in football. Whenever the team doesn't win, the star players are the first to blame.
Of course.
Si kama sio scenario kama ya Maguire wanamchukia sasa kila kitu ni yeye. Whenever you make a mistake, whenever a team wins, they will still come for you. It's not the same case scenario. Here, you don't win. If you don't win, fans will look for the star players and they will say you didn't show up. You can look at Bruno. Whenever Manchester United doesn't win in big games, they say he's a small team player.
Yeah.
That's not playing against big teams. So that's what was happening to Ronaldo. The fans wanted a win. And if you look at the history of Spain versus Portugal always wins at most. So they were expecting a win. So, but things did not work. So they must just react. So what fans should learn is that Ronaldo is not the same Ronaldo in the last 10 years. Or even last 5 years. Not the same Ronaldo. So that is the problem with the fans. Fans want Ronaldo to perform as Ronaldo, like Messi, to perform like Messi. They are not ready to let other players come in. That's the problem. Even you saw the coach to Portugal coach saying that he wants Tenaka to play Ronaldo every minute. That's pressure from the coach, national coach. You see? So the coach expects Ronaldo to play as usual, regardless of the age. So fans expect Ronaldo to perform, but Ronaldo alone cannot carry the team on his back. So fans must be ready. Mostly Manchester United fans, like you yourself, you expect too much from Ronaldo. Whenever he fails to perform, you cannot be afraid to him. Learn to accept the reality that no, things are not the way they were before. And then we were discussing something in the past about the derbies. I don't know what you said about it. I did not listen to you because I was not live by that time.
I said before Ferguson left,
yes,
the Manchester derby always went to United way.
Yeah.
We always won it.
Yeah.
So it was one-sided, not that competitive compared to the London derby, where at least Spurs was a top team like Arsenal, and they were competing for top 4. So looking back in the long run, I can say Spurs versus Arsenal is still competitive because as in hiyo rivalry yao ilianza kitambo.
True.
Sisi yetu we just share city. Manchester United, Manchester City share the same area. We are not that rivals. Hata Man U versus Leeds is more fierce than Man U versus Man City.
By the way, it is true.
Yeah, so it's just that City have had recent success. Ndio maana watu wanasema in the recent years, okay, City have been better than us. But in the long run, United have won more Manchester derbies than City. Because City up to 2007 and walikuwa wanapigwa 8-0 na Middlesbrough. Walikuwa wanakuwa relegated.
It is true.
Yeah, so hamwezi kuwa derby na timu yenye iko relegated, unaona? Yeah, so that's why I went for, I think, Arsenal and Spurs. Hapo kuna makadi, watu wanakuwa na hasira.
By the way,
yeah, alafu you can't transfer from Arsenal and go to Spurs alafu upendwe, unaona? But for United, in recent years, you've seen United selling players to City. Like Tevez went to City, Ben Foster, I think. ZC Ben Foster. Schmeichel went to City. Owen Hargreaves went to City. Like, we have had that exchange of players. Na hakuna siasa mingi. Even Sancho alikuwa City, sasa yako United.
Kweli.
Yeah, so I think hakuna ile rivalry iko deep. Ni just
but
that
then I remember Hargreaves joining Man City and saying that the doctors at Manchester United were not helping him to regain and get fit.
Yeah.
I remember very well. The same thing to Tevez. I remember as a free agent. I remember. So it is true. The rivalry between Man City and Manchester United cannot be compared to Arsenal to Tottenham.
Yeah.
Or even Arsenal to any other team in London.
Yeah.
Even to Fulham. Rivalry is very high. You know, it started a long time ago. You cannot. That's like the Liverpool and Everton. It's more fierce than Manchester United and Manchester City.
True.
So our derby is only hot because Man City is growing now.
Yeah.
Man City is performing after pumping in money performing better than Manchester United. But otherwise, it was not. And when you look at the scores, Manchester City only outscores Manchester when there are red cards.
Yeah.
Without a red card, Man City can only score 2, mostly 3 or 2 goals. 2-1, 2-0, 3-1. It never goes beyond that unless there is a red card or an own goal.
And since 2015, United has a better in the derby. We've won a lot of derbies than City.
I remember that time. I remember, but now the problem came in. I think it was the time. Is it Moyes? Moyes lost.
Moyes lost. Van Gaal won 1-0 and 4-2.
Yeah, I remember. Then
Mourinho won 3-2.
Mourinho,
One,
he won one and lost one.
yeah, he won 2
Yeah.
and lost 1.
And then Ole.
Ole won almost all until the season he was sacked. He lost 2-0 to City. Ole is the
I
first
remember
man to beat Pep Guardiola 4 times
home and away.
yeah, back to back.
I remember.
Yeah. So
So
in the present years, United, in as much as tumekuwa chini, tumekuwa tukishinda Manchester derbies.
it is true.
Yeah.
How do you see the derby scores on Sunday? How do you predict it?
I think I'm going for a draw
Why?
because City have Haaland and KDB. I'm afraid of those two. If you manage to tame Haaland, Nani KDB, like to cut the supply to Haaland won't score. So our main focus will be man marking KDB. If you man mark KDB, he won't supply to Haaland, and we might stand a chance. Alafu, if our players, our from 3 is fit, that's Rashford, Sancho, and Anthony. We can use their speed in the balls playing
Counter.
in counter attack, and if we take our chances, we might actually stand a chance. So I'm going for a draw or a narrow City win.
For me,
Mm-hmm.
it is a win for Manchester. I told Sam it will be 2-0
For us.
for Manchester United.
Okay.
One, history-wise, we are better.
Yeah, true.
Second,
Mm-hmm.
Manchester City is unbeaten.
Yeah.
Manchester United is
we are known for breaking records.
Exactly that.
Yes.
We've done it against Arsenal,
Against
Liverpool,
even City.
in almost every team.
Yeah.
So I am not expecting us to spare them. And then number 3, learners beat teachers.
Of course.
Pep is a student is a teacher of Ten Hag. So I expect Ten Hag to outwit Pep.
Pep. Yeah, sure.
Then
sure.
this game will be won by the front 3 or 2 and the midfield.
Exactly.
Manchester United has got right now. It is Eric. Without Eric, Manchester cannot perform. Before Eric, you've got Bruno. You deal with Bruno, you frustrate him, he's out of the game.
Exactly.
And Bruno rarely performs in the big games. That's another challenge.
Mm-hmm.
So we will be relying on Eriksen.
Yeah.
Manchester City will aim to frustrate Eriksen. Will aim to make sure that he does not perform.
Mm-hmm.
So Manchester United will only rely on speed through the wings. Yeah. Since the past years, Manchester United strikes through the wings, not through the central.
Yeah.
So the wings, left, right. On the left, it is Sancho. On the right, it is Anthony.
Yeah.
Sancho is able to dribble. Sancho can dribble. Manchester City right back. The right back should be maybe Cancelo.
Yeah.
If they use Cancelo as a right back, Sancho will not have it easy. He will struggle.
Mm-hmm.
But if he plays another player as a right back, City Walker or who? Or Dias?
Walker. Because John Stones was injured.
He's injured currently.
Yeah.
And Ake?
Ake is not on the left. If Ake plays on the left, then we are winning it.
I'm asking you, Ake, because I've been seeing Akanji on the left.
Yeah.
Ake benched. Walker sometimes right, sometimes left. You see?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I don't know the lineup that he will play. But if he plays Cancelo on the right, Sancho will not enjoy. He will struggle. We will have to rely on Elanga in the second half to dismiss the prowessness of Cancelo.
Yeah.
If it will be possible. Then on the right wing, it is Anthony.
Yeah.
If Anthony outwits guy who will be on the left, Manchester will score through the wing. But the problem is who will supply the balls. The way we want to deal with the KDB is the same way they want to deal with Ericsson and Bruno. And remember, Manchester City has got Mahrez. Mahrez can dodge 2-3 players in 2 seconds, my friend, at once. Thank God we don't have Maguire right now. He will learn a lot. But that guy Mahrez, whenever, even if he gets 2 minutes, he will make sure that you cry. I remember what he did to Luke Shaw, even though we won that game. Luke Shaw had to say thanks to God. He looked to kneel.
Don't you think Mahrez overdoes some of these things that he does?
Which one?
He overdo those things.
It is true. Mahrez, my friend, don't joke. So with Haaland is only a threat when he is in the box. You cannot be in the box of the opponent when you don't press. You see? So if Manchester City has the ball, Manchester United will struggle to defend. So the only way Manchester will survive is by using long balls. The same thing Arsenal did to Manchester, although they were beaten by counterattacks. So you let them press you, you look for second balls. And Man City will want to possess the ball. Just like Liverpool wants to possess and Arsenal. You know, Manchester United plays 2 styles. Sometimes they possess, sometimes they wait for second balls. And mostly they want to possess it because it's the style of the play of Ten Hag. But with the Pep, Ten Hag will aim to look for second balls. So it will be KDB, then the connection within 8, where Cancelo will play. I don't know where he will be in the midfield or I don't know, because he's a utility player. I am not so sure. So KDB, when you frustrate KDB, he will not be fit to play for long. That guy cannot stay fit for long in a very serious competitive match. So you should be ready to see them using the right back if it will be Cancelo, and on the wings it is Foden. If we had a Bissaka, I won't be struggling right now because Foden has never been able to pass the Bissaka. But Dalot, my friend, Dalot on the right, we are not safe. That boy is still trying to defend. He goes forward with the ball, he forgets to defend. The primary role of a defender, Dalot is poor. So Manchester United defense will have to struggle on the wings. You see, if it is on the left, that is in Malaysia. Malaysia is not experienced in the EPL as Luke Shaw. You see, the prowess of Malaysia going forward and that one of Luke Shaw is almost the same. It's only that Malaysia is not mean, it's not selfish like Luke Shaw. But the prowess is the same. Then the back passes. Imagine Malaysia having a back pass when Haaland is near. Are we safe? We are not. And I had told Sam that Malaysia is fond of making back passes or small mistakes, tackling half tackles. The ball remains where he was tackling it. You see? So
you see, I shared that to Fernando. He disputed that. I don't know what he has to say about that.
Yeah.
You've heard what Dennis has said.
Yeah, I've heard it. Well, there, you see, in football, when you are facing a team that outplays you, you won't match the intensity. So there are times you are supposed to pass backwards to kill their rhythm. You take time. Unaona mkiwa na throwing, una waste time. That's not time wasting. That's killing the rhythm of the other team. So those are game management skills. It's not that Malaysia passes backwards intentionally. At times ni unapata team may fall so deep na tunafaa tuwavute. So ana pass to Lisandro, who's good on the ball, and Lisandro can scan the whole pitch. Aone anaweza pasia nani. Then wanapasia De Gea, that's bait because De Gea is not good on the ball. So that will attract some players to move forward or commit. Then De Gea will quickly launch the ball to either wing, Malasia ama Dalo. That's how we build attacks, you see. So Nani Malasia is a good passer even going forward, and he can go forward very well. But Luke Shaw is better than him, though Sayako out of form. So as a coach, you'd rather go for someone who's playing better than someone who's out of form because una rely on possibility. Like you hope he plays okay. Unaona? If Luke Shaw was at top form, Malasi angekaa bench because Malasi is still young na he can learn. But say Malasi is playing slightly better than Luke Shaw, not that Malasi is better than Luke Shaw, but he's playing better. And as a coach, you can't trade that for a guy who's trying to regain his form. So it will take time before, like not much time, but Luke Shaw will have to start on Europa Leagues. Hizi game mingi juu sai October tunacheza game 14. So we won't be using the same squad, we must rotate. So Malasia will, like Luke Shaw will play some games. And on Sunday, I think Ten Hag will go for the Nini back five will be the same because we have played 6 matches and conceded 3 goals. 3 ama 2? Okay, 3. Yeah, 3.
Okay. Let me shout out the guys that are watching. Please, I can see guys watching. Please, if you're here for the first time, please consider subscribing to the channel so that each and every time we are having such discussions, such arguments, you will be the first one to know. Continue, Dennis, with what you are trying
Yeah,
to say. I just want to interject and give Kenan a chance to say something about Malaysia.
okay.
It is okay. Kenan, in all games that Malaysia has played, most of his passes go to the back. I don't know if you are keen to notice that. Most of his passes always goes to the back. You see that it's killing the rhythm of the opponents. You are possessing the ball. They were pressing you. They were coming at your side. And you decide to back the ball backwards to De Gea or Varane or Lisandro. It's something he's doing continuous. I've told you, sometimes he will miss or he will give that pass, it will be a short pass. He won't win. You will see the problem with the Malaysia that day. The fans who like him will start saying that he is overrated. Prepare as a fan. Personally, I agree. He's better than Luke Shaw. Only on knowing when to go forward, when to track back. Only those two. The remaining sides, Malaysia is not better than Luke Shaw. And then remember, he's still learning. Luke Shaw will accept to face an opponent with the ball on his legs and he will win going forward. Malaysia rarely does that. He is only good when the team is possessing everything. You've been watching him playing very well. People praising him because we don't concede. That's like I told you. The team playing as a unit, people will praise the whole team, but won't see the loopholes. The coach of the opponent team will always look for loopholes. When the coach looks for loopholes, he will punish you. And that's why people blame Maguire. The opponent coaches know the weaknesses of Maguire. Maguire can't succeed on one-on-one interactions. One-on-one, Maguire can't win. That's where the problem comes from. So opponent teams will look at the weakness of Malaysia. Back passes. A player will start running before he back passes. That ball will be intercepted. We won't enjoy. That's why I was telling you, for Manchester City to win, it will depend on the Manchester United left back and right back because of the players who will be on the wings. And as I told you, you should be expecting that Foden on the wing. Then deals with Dalot. Dalot must remain calm and focused like he's been doing recently, like in the past. In the goal, he could not defend. He only able to go forward. So going forward, he's okay. He's improving. So as a fan, or as a coach, or as a player, you will have to see where is the weakness of the player I'm going to face. Because Foden does not fear to dribble unless otherwise. So until when I will watch it in the first half, I think it will be live. I don't know if you do live. Sam, do you do live at the halftime? Do you? All right. We will see. If I will be active, we will discuss that.
Okay. Exactly. I will try and do a live during after the 15 minutes so that we can discuss the game, man.
I hope I will be active.
Yeah,
When we
we'll
will
do that.
Yes. When we will
But
be
still,
active,
immediately after the derby, we'll do the reviews, and on Friday we'll still do the previews of those games, the two derbies. And also look into them because we will have seen the press conferences of both managers and see some of the players that will be expected to be playing. So we'll have all the details of how the match will go. From there, at least we can do some prediction so that we wait for the matches. After the matches, then we'll do the reviews.
that's nice.
Yeah.
I will have to prepare very well.
Yeah, prepare very well.
I will want to challenge Kenan on Malaysia after the game. I hope we will not miss.
Yeah, but you see, I'm very sure. I'm very sure both managers are preparing very well since they know each other and they work together at some point. So it's going to be a tactical game.
Of definitely.
Very true.
Yeah.
It's true. It is
Okay.
true. It will be a tactical game. That one is a promise. And I've told you the mistakes in the defense and in the midfield. The mistakes in the defense and in the midfield.
Yeah.
Pep Guardiola only tells Haaland to wait in the box to score his tap-ins. I remember Lisandro playing for Ajax against Dortmund when he dealt with Haaland systematically. Haaland did not enjoy.
Yeah, he didn't.
When you man-mark Haaland, it means they will have to look for another player to supply the balls so that he can score. Currently, Manchester City mostly relies on Haaland. So it is going to be tactical, but Manchester City have got only one main man currently, Haaland. If Haaland can't score, then KDB will shoot from far. Blocking is currently
such shots.
That's our advantage.
Yeah.
That's our advantage. So you maybe only when he will be blocked. Maybe when he cannot see.
Yeah.
Maybe shielding, maybe like that, it will make the ghost to go in, but it's not easy. The guy is a sure bet.
The guy is good at sending shots from far.
Exactly that. So that's why I was telling Kenan.
Yeah.
It's either the midfield or the defense.
Okay.
Currently, the guy has improved his communication, but ball work not yet.
Okay.
If at all, there will not be frustrations, no red cards, no yellow cards.
Yeah.
I will want to see Scott McTominay this time round against the Manchester City Stars. That's what I'm waiting for. So and remember, yes, go ahead.
There's something I thought you had finished, so that I can ask you something that you wrote in that group chat. I just want you to explain about.
Which one?
You said that James is overrated. I just want to know how you think he's overrated.
Wait first.
Okay, continue. Finish. Then we'll talk about that later.
I was telling you.
Yeah.
Scott McTominay.
Yeah.
That's against Bernardo Silva. Plays with the brain.
Yeah.
Scott McTominay uses energy.
Yeah.
So energy versus energy.
Yeah.
So Scott can easily get guarded as compared to Silva.
Exactly.
So that's the problem to Manchester United. And if Scott gets one yellow card now, he will miss it. So we are praying. He's been improving. The coming of Casemiro helped Scott McTominay to improve.
Yeah.
I hope he will maintain. I'm waiting to see. Let me go to the story you have asked me about James. I first asked, where was James when Trent was being praised as the best right back in the world? Where was James?
Who placed him?
Did you see pundits plus the coach to Trent saying the same thing?
You see, Dennis.
Wait, answer my question first. Didn't you see?
Well, I saw, but you don't need a pundit to say something because you also watch football. If you don't watch football, then you can take a pundit's opinion. Like Paul Mason said, I don't know if you heard the other week, he's a top pundit, but he said pundits also make mistakes. They are human, and they wanna watch ball na their opinion. You get? You can't expect someone who hates, let's say, Jimmy Carragher. You can't expect Jimmy Carragher to say something positive about Ronaldo. Right? So those pundits who said Trent is the best are Jimmy Carragher. Yeah? Because Liverpool legend. Graham Souness, Liverpool legend. Michael Owen, Liverpool former player. Gary Neville, England player. Nani Trent is English. I'm not saying that Trent is bad, but Trent has weaknesses that James doesn't have. You get?
What is the strength of Trent?
Going forward.
Weakness of strength?
Defending.
Weakness of James?
He doesn't have any.
You don't see that fact. Dennis.
Never.
You cannot see that fact.
Kenan.
So maybe you can identify one of the weaknesses that James has, please.
Long range passes. Long range passes.
Yeah.
Between James and Trent. Who has the ability than the other one?
Trent.
So that's why I'm telling you that the weakness of James is those long passes. James cannot long pass.
James can make long passes, but
wait.
Trent.
Wait, James rarely long passes, and if he does, it's not complete passes. James learns from Trent how to long pass. Remember, primary role of a defender is to defend. That's why I want to catch me, I know. And that's the weakness of Trent. Trent can't defend. James can defend, right? James can play as a CB. Trent can't, right?
Right.
Do you get me? So for you to play James, you look at the opponent. If the opponent presses you most, James will be vital. And James will help in counter-attacks. Right? And for you to use Trent, that means the opponent does not press you. If the opponent can't press, he will move forward. And remember, in England, not all teams do press every time. They want to use counter-attacks. You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
So you see Liverpool was using both sides, either wings or at the center. Wings, center, unlike Chelsea. Chelsea did not use strikers. They were relying on defenders to score. You understand?
Okay.
So that's why I told you James is overrated because he cannot long pass. as a defender, you have to have a good sight. Even the Maguire can long pass. Trent can't. He can. James can't. Yes, he can't. So that's where I was basing when I told you James is overrated because he cannot do what most defenders do. Most defenders long pass. Even Lindelof of Manchester United can long pass, but James can't. You get my point?
You see now,
Yes?
Yeah, continue. I just want to get the point so that I can tackle you a bit.
My main point is on long passes.
Okay.
Long-sided passes. Most defenders in England do so. Even Ben White of Arsenal can long pass.
Have you been watching James play?
Oh, James,
because I can give examples of the games that you can watch and see that James has also been doing long passes. Successful long passes, in fact.
Against which teams?
Go watch Chelsea against Juventus last season. In a Champions League match. Go watch Chelsea versus Arsenal last season. Go watch Chelsea. Go watch Chelsea versus West Ham last season. And see, and you will see what you're saying, whether it's true or wrong. Just go and watch those matches. And then you will realize that James has the qualities. It's not as much as not as good as Trent has, but he also has the quality.
Sikia nikusomee. Cheki kiasi. Acha nikusomee stats za last season. Za passing stats kiasi na Papa Dennis kiasi. Passes completed between Trent and James. Trent completed 978 passes. James completed 600 passes. Trent played more minutes than James. Percentage completion. Trent has a 76%. James has an 84%. Short passes completed between 5 and 15 yards. Trent has 89.1%. James has 92.4%. Medium passes completed between 50 and 30 yards. Trent has 83%. James has 84%. Long passes completed over 30 plus yards. Trent has 56%. Alafu James has 68%.
You have that.
Number of goals, like assist per minute, xG, like assist per minute, XA.
Yeah.
Trent has 1.1. That's one assist per game.
Per
James
game, yeah.
has 1.8 assists per game, meaning he can assist 2 goals.
Yeah.
So kwenye pekee nani ameshinda Trent ameshinda James ni number of progressive passes. Trent has 137, James has 112, and that's because Liverpool wanakwanga na quick transitions.
Exactly.
Yao, they attack with many players. Chelsea plays a different system, and yet James has 112. So you're long passes. Yeah.
I asked you or I told you about the system or the formation a coach will use.
Okay.
Will affect how a player performs.
Okay.
Right? The formation of Liverpool and formation of England are almost the same. Right?
Wrong.
No.
Wait.
Very
Wait, I defeat myself. Wait. England uses three at the back, right?
3-4-3. Yeah.
Like
3
Chelsea.
at the back. What
Like
about
Chelsea.
Liverpool? Chelsea. Wait.
Chelsea plays with 3 at the back. Liverpool doesn't play at 3 at the back. Yeah, Chelsea do play.
How many defenders does Chelsea field in one game?
5 defenders.
5 defenders.
5, so to speak, with the wing back.
You go to the issue of wing backs. You see,
you
are running away to wing backs. These wing backs, Wait, these wing backs will only work when you are moving forward. Right?
They can also work when you're defending because they come back and they form a 5 at the back.
Wait, when you play with the 3 at the back, they are there going forward, they will be 3 at the back. But when you are under threat, they become and form a layer of 5.
Yeah.
You see? A layer of 5. That's when we say they are backing the bus. Can Liverpool do that?
Let me explain to you. You see, tactically, in football, we have different phases. We have offensive phase and defensive phase. When Liverpool defend, they defend with 5. That's where Fabinho drops between Van Dijk and Matip.
Yeah.
Van Dijk goes to help Robertson. Matip helps Trent. So they defend with the 5. Compact 5. But Chelsea, since they have an extra defender, they don't need a midfielder to drop between the defenders. You get? That's how different things happen.
When I was telling you about the formation our coach will use, you are still going there. You see, there is a difference. This one is a midfielder dropping back. It is natural for a midfielder when the team is under threat, he will come back. Sindio? What about a defender? A defender is mostly equipped to make sure that they don't concede. That's why nimekwambia James will work hard to go forward, but he will not forget to defend at the back. He's working on twos. That's why you see, that's why kwenda mbele kwa James inamsumbua juu bado anajua kukava nyuma. Umesema going forward, James ako nyuma as compared to Trent, si ndio? Trent is poor at defending. Sawa? And Liverpool has got a midfielder who comes back to help. So Trent is ready to move forward.
Okay.
And that's what he's been doing even at England. Right?
Right. Can I explain to you something?
Wait first.
Okay.
For Liverpool again, it's either wings on the wings or strikers who will score. For Chelsea, strikers do not score. It's defenders who score. Are we together?
Okay.
Why?
Not all the time.
But it's something. It's something very common. Under Tuchel.
Okay.
Warner rarely scored. Again, Lukaku rarely scored. Even Lukaku complained.
He was a top scorer last season, Remember, he was a top scorer last season. Lukaku was a top scorer last season.
I know, but he complained himself. That's what I was telling you. The two teams or the two players you are looking at and comparing play under different formations. If players play under different formations, one player will thrive at a different formation. Unasikia Kenan?
Nasikia.
So hiyo tu ndio kitu mimi nilikuwa nakataana na nikakwambia Trent is overrated. No any other reason. The inability the inability of James. It's not Trent, it's James who is overrated.
Okay.
The inability of James to long range to have long range passes as compared to Trent is my problem. And this is because Chelsea does not do that at common times. They first aim to defend and then go as a whole, come as a whole. Hivyo tu. Hebu nipe stats zako.
Okay, see stats ni na kuexplainia what different actions that happen kwa field. Kuna system defending na player personal defending. So system defending, you see when Liverpool goes forward, two players wanabaki katikati ku maintain the high line. Au ni Van Dijk na Matip. Then mbele yao inakuwa na 3 midfielders. Wenye wanaanza Hendo, Thiago na Milner. Then they attack with front five. Robertson na Trent wakiwa wide expansive, and the front three wa Liverpool wanakuwa katikati. You get? Time Liverpool imeshikwa counter, alafu hiyo team ikabypass press. Ball ikachezwa kwa channel ya either Robertson ama Trent mwenye akoko mbele. Hiyo inaitwa system defending. Like makosa ni ya system, si ya player. But kwenye tuna criticize Trent ni 1v1 defending. Like ile yenye sasa mimi nakuja kukuchenga. Trent haezi defend hiyo, hajui kudefend na hajui kujiposition. Hiyo ni 1. Then 2, kuna kitu inaitwa hybrid formation. On paper, Chelsea wanatumia 3-4-3. Alafu venye game inaendelea, kuna match adaptation na match flexibility. Unaona? So hybrid formation ni Mount ana drop, anakuwa midfielder. Juu ameanza kwa front 3, si ndio? Then the back 3 kuna mmoja anaenda kwa wing. Hiyo ni Cesar Bilkwete mwenye anaweza cheza ka fullback. Then midfielder mmoja ana drop hapa katikati. Hapa nyuma inakuwa back 4. So formation inakuwa 4-3-3. Then Mount as in James anacheza huko mbele kwenye Trent ucheza kwa final third. Alafu hizo long range passes James ako na percentage completion ya 64, Trent ako na 56. Meaning Trent ameshindwa na James kwa long passes. Chenye unamaanisha ni hizo progressive passes ndio Trent ameshinda James. Juu Liverpool wanakuanga quick on transitions. Wakishika ball wote ashakimbia mbele. Then Trent anaweza make your pass juu Liverpool hawapack. Unaona? Chelsea on the other hand wanapack. That's why wakiwa na ball hawana many players wenye wanatuma mbele. Juu formation yao mostly iko na 5 defenders, 3 midfielders, 2 attackers. Na on the other hand Liverpool iko na 4 defenders, 3 midfielders, 3 attackers. So Liverpool on paper wako na 1 extra man wa kureceive ball mwenye Chelsea hana. Unaona? Ndio maana Trent ameshinda James kwa hizo progressive passes. Juu Liverpool attack numbers but Chelsea doesn't. Ukiingia kwa England wanatumia formation ya 3-4-3. Unaona? Yenye Chelsea inatumia. So it's easier for James kwanza juu first he can defend. Juu international break you are facing top stars from different clubs. Wakicheza na timu ndogo ndio wanezeka Trent juu the need is creativity na he can't defend. That's why Southgate alitry kutumia Trent kama midfielder. Alafu leo umesikia amesema Trent is not an all-round defender compared to James na Trippier. Ndio maana amemtoa kwa squad.
Hebu ngoja. Hapo tu penye umefika. Southgate is under pressure. He's following pundits. Sawa? Southgate will bench Maguire because of pundits. Umesikia? He's under pressure. If in the Euros James was benched, was he not good?
Was good, but was he benched?
He played.
He played how many games? Did he play as much as Trent?
He didn't play the first 2 games. He didn't play, but the rest, all the games he played. I think he played all the games to the final.
I'm asking. Did he play as much as Trent?
Yeah, of course. Actually,
yeah, exactly.
Trippier.
Yes.
Trippier ndiye alikuwa anacheza hizo game mingi.
And that's why nimengoja unijibu hivyo ndo nikuulize. Can James bench a fit Trippier?
Of course.
Itetebendi nana amesema ni gani? Southgate ni gani?
Nani yo?
Southgate.
Yeah.
Amesema
Trent is not all-rounded player compared to Trippier and James. That's why alimtoa kwa squad. Because James, as in Trent, only offers you attacking prowess. Na kwa kudefend haezi. Na according to system ya Southgate, anataka mtu mwenye anaweza defend na mtu anaweza attack. Unaona? Southgate anatumianga Walker kama right side center back. Juu Rice anaweza drop temenye liniwa defend like wana attack na ni aende mbele either Trippier ama James. Temenye wana defend au wote player wanaweza try ku defend. The only reason
Sasa nikuulize. Penye unaweka Walker sahi. If Walker plays on that right center back when unasema James still playing.
Hapo ndio anacheza.
Sasa unaona role ya Walker imekuwa si venye itakuwa kama before akiwa na Trent ama uoni. Umeona hiyo kitu?
Walker amecheza na Trent kweli?
Nimekuuliza. If you play Walker and Trent in the same team. With what you are saying. Si Walker anakava Trent. Si Trent ameenda mbele. That's the difference nilikuwa nakwambia. Hawatawaicheza. That's a fact.
Yeah.
But if you think like that, you will see my level of thinking inafanga na kwa tofauti na yako.
Sasa basi mimi nikuulize.
Uliza.
Okay, Trent is the best right back in the world and James is overrated. Sindio?
Kabisa. Yeah.
When a team faces Liverpool, which side do they target?
They target on the side of Trent.
Why?
Recently,
the best right back in the world.
Wait, recently they've known the weakness of Trent and Liverpool. Sawa. Huku nyuma haijakuanga na imekuja when players wa Liverpool wamekuwa injured. Ama kama kina Mane wameuzwa. So after Mane kutolewa, after Mane kutolewa, hiyo saidi ya nani ya Trent. Si bado iko affected. Hapo anasumbuliwa last.
Mane achezaje na Trent moja?
Ngoja. Ngoja, shida yenu ni moja. Give me time. They don't play the same side, sawa? They don't play the same side, si ndio?
Exactly.
When they are pressed, if Mane is left alone, mpira ikiletwa, sana kimbia nayo on that wing. That's why nakwambia hawatamwacha peke yake. You cannot tell me that because Anthony is not on the same line with the Malaysia, is affected. On that side, atapikia on the opposite side, changing the wing.
So you see from your argument, you are saying that
yes,
Trent needs a certain player to play, right?
That position of Mane was of a great importance to this boy, because whenever he gets the ball, if he wants, wait first. See, by that time, when he was there, Saya Ayuko, sawa. Because Ayuko, it may affect how he plays. If you could have been there, Ayuko mabadilisha formation and when attack, when Liverpool is under attack, Mane was dropping, sawa, on the opposite side. Can Dash drop?
Of course, he does.
Like Mane was doing.
Of course. That's why he has been the Liverpool's best player. You see, from your argument, you are saying Trent needs a certain player to play well. Sindio? James doesn't need anyone.
You are making a conclusion.
See,
from your argument.
Wait.
Like,
what nini imebadilika Chelsea? Kama unafikiria hivyo nikuulize. What has changed at Chelsea? Kama unafikiria hivyo, let me now go as you want. Nini imebadilika Chelsea?
Nothing, because James is the best.
Nothing. Nini imebadilika Liverpool?
In regards to what? Maybe there's something. Maybe he has a point. You were saying that Nini imebadilika Chelsea in regards to what exactly? What are you trying to? Regards to the result that they are getting, or
hapo ndo tunaenda positioning, then the results.
Yeah.
Nini imebadilika Chelsea?
At the moment, you see the same problems that we had last season are the same problems that we're having this season. Most of the time, we don't score goals. We get so many chances, but we don't finish our dinner. For defense, of course, we lost Rudiger. Yes, we lost Rudiger at the defense. If it's about conceding goals, we lost Rudiger at the defense. We lost Christensen at our defense. So that is something that has changed. But at the defense, Liverpool have not lost anybody. The partnership is still the same.
Even in midfield?
Yes.
I want to force you to think. I want to force you.
This debate will never end. This debate won't end. Because I know you are a Trent fanboy.
I am mimi nawauliza muniambie tu sahi. Mnataka kuniambia a player playing on the left.
But you see, the only problem I would say that statement that James is overrated. Overrated against who? You see, when you say that, it's not right, because when you say that, unamaanisha that this guy has no talent, like he does nothing. Unaona? And hata sasa umesomewa statistic kuhusu James na Trent from the games that they played. When you say that he's overrated, you should tell us that he's overrated against who? Yes.
Sam, wait. The stats of Maguire versus Van Dijk. Who is better?
Yeah.
Who is better? The stats. So umeziona kwa group.
You see, from your argument, wewe
umesema Goja. Wait.
Because he can't pass long balls.
Wait.
The stats we have seen that James ameshinda Trent kwa long balls.
I'm asking you a question. The stats of Maguire and Van Dijk. Umeziona? Nani alikuwa mbele ya mwingine?
Maguire.
Is Maguire good better than Van Dijk?
No.
So if sometimes stats does not show what is real in the pitch, you know these things.
Exactly.
But wewe ulisema James can't make long passes, but Trent can.
Yeah, in fact,
seen that James actually has a 64% and Trent has a 56%.
Yeah.
So who between the two ana make mingi na success?
Wakati nilikuwa naongea, ukisoma statistics zako zinakuonyesha progressive passes that are hizo zenye ni mrefu. Sisi ndizo kusonga mbele.
Acha nirudie. Sikia, kuna long passes completed over 30 plus yards. Alafu kuna number of completed progressive passes. So hizo ni vitu different. Unaona? Kuna long passes na progressive passes. Hizo ni different. Progressive passes ni za kwenda mbele.
Vertical.
Long passes unaweza chapa diagonal, uchange hata switch from anywhere
across the field. Yeah.
So maybe where you meant vertical passes.
If you meant
na kama ni vertical passes, you see the player mwenye anacheza mbele ya Trent ni Salah. Na Salah most of the time anakuanga huko mbele. So Trent ako more prone to make that pass.
So you mean it is because of Salah that it makes Trent to do that?
Yeah, of course.
Attacks with many players.
Goja,
Sam, it's because of Salah that it makes Trent to make that pass.
Exactly. Example. I can give you an example. No. Let me give you an example. Where do you make passes? For example, if you want to make a pass, na mtu haja open strategically to receive a pass, where do you make that pass to?
Ngoja kwanza before that question comes.
Yes?
Nyinyi mmeniambia Trent ana rely kwa another player and perform. So mmeniambia hivyo.
Wewe ndio umesema hivyo.
It was the conclusion of you two fans. Nyinyi wawili, sawa? Okay. Your conclusion was like that. Mnaniambia sahi Trent ana make long passes because of Salah. Sawa?
Progressive, James, not long. You've talked of, there is a difference. Of course, we've told you the difference.
Let me learn using that word progressive. James makes a progressive pass because of Salah in the pitch. Sindio?
Trent.
Sindio? Trent, yeah. Trent. Yeah. And James can't do because there's no player like Salah. Sindio?
Trent makes more progressive passes because Liverpool attack in numbers.
Exactly.
James can't because Chelsea attack in less numbers.
Sasa wewe vile umeniambia ati ni player mmoja anafanya a given player to perform analai kwake, ulikuwa na mali unaniambia sahi. Mimi ndio sielewi.
But again that statement is true. As for me, I can also agree with that because hata ukiangalia Chelsea, let me ask you, who plays at the right at Chelsea? Who plays at the right? Especially at the right wing.
Right wing is in Kai.
Yeah?
Kai Havertz.
Kai Havertz. No, nowadays Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz plays as a false nine. We don't have.
Goja.
Listen, at Chelsea, let me make a point. At Chelsea, we don't have a player who plays at the right always. We keep on changing. Unaona? So when you talk about James not making progressive passes, especially the changes, hizo interchanges the right wing, it's because maybe you don't have an understanding between a player who is in front of him. But at Liverpool, Salah has been playing there consistently.
Unaona hii?
Nakuelewa.
Unaona hii?
Mimi hapana.
Let me change something so that tuone kwa layout
Unaona? So this is Mount. Even your Chelsea set 3-4-3. Yeah? But Chelsea wanacheza hybrid formation. Such that huyu ni Mount ana drop kuja midfield. Unaona? Then James anakuja huku. So James ndio ucheza mostly on the right. Chelsea hawananga like mtu mwenye anakaa right sana.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
Hivyo sasa ndio inakuanga. James ndio ucheza hii space yote hapa unaona ni ya James. You get? Then last season ulikuwa unaona Rudiger alikuwa anacheza huku sana. Huku. Yeye ndiye alikuwa carrier defender. Ako closer to the wing. Alafu au back 3 wa Chelsea wanapeana space.
Nini kwanza kidogo nakupata kabisa. I was asked mliliuliza who plays right. Mnaniambia Kai anacheza false 9. Wakati mimi nimekuwa nikiwatch Chelsea false 9 ya Kai imefanyika wakati ya Champions League winning. Sawa? So Steve anauliza Chelsea wakati gani? Champions League Chelsea wakienda kuwin Champions League.
Wewe kwenye unaenda ni kwenye James anashinda. Unaona? James yenye unataka kutumia kama example ama hizo seasons ni kwenye James anashinda.
Okay.
Like unaona kwa stronghold yetu. Unafaa utumie a trend. Okay. So when you use those games, hapo James was winning.
Nimekuelewa.
So let's agree to disagree that we know very well that James is not overrated. According to you, you say that James is overrated. Let's wait and see. Their careers, they are still very young. We'll see what will happen. tutaangalia nani atakip mwingine out of the team. I remember there used to be a discussion between Ashley Cole na there's another guy alikuwa anaitwa nani, Wayne Bridge. Wako akijiuliza who is the best.
Unajua
yes.
Sam.
Yes.
Currently, the weakness of Trent has been identified as being poor at defending. How long has it taken for opponents or opponents or you as a fan to notice? How long?
When Bissaka was at Palace, Skia, unaona, when Bissaka was at Palace, that's how many years ago?
Before 24.
Exactly. That's when Zaha said, even Roy Hodgson, the coach of Palace, alikuwa. Zaha said he'd rather target Trent because defensively he can't defend than face Bissaka. You get? Then when the first season Trent ali break out kwa team ya Liverpool, they faced United. Yeah? Rashford scored 2 goals from Trent's, if you remember the goals, the chop and Ilen Duke. That was the first season Trent ali break out kwa team ya Liverpool. Pandit said this kid has a bright future and is good going forward. Defensively, he will be vulnerable and he'll need some backing. That was when Mourinho was still a coach in United. That's where Liverpool doesn't have a CAM. Sindio?
Yeah, they have a DM and 2 8s.
Yeah. So kazi ya huyu DM ni kudrop between Van Dijk na Matip.
Yeah.
Kazi yao wawili au CM wengine ni kucover Trent na Robertson.
Yeah, exactly.
So hatusemi ati Trent is a bad player. Trent has a weakness. He can't defend. James, on the other hand, is not perfect, but he doesn't have a weakness. That's my argument. Thanks.
Mimi sijakata. Your point is open. I see it, sijakata.
Okay, thanks.
Nimekwambia na narudia. When you use Trent, you must be having someone to cover him at the back akisonga mbele, right?
Sasa ona sasa. You must have someone to cover him. Why cover the best?
Goja. You want to utilize the best of Trent. That's why utakuwa na mtu mwingine hapa nyuma, sawa?
Yes, true.
Tunaelewana? And then to exhaust what comes from James, you will not have someone to be at the back, but you will not be having the progressiveness of the team when you are playing with James is low as compared to Trent. Ni ukweli? Si hapo ndo kuna tofauti ama uoni?
Sasa pia wewe chenye uelewi ni different teams use different tactics.
Wait. Usiepe. Wacha kututetea.
Nakuja kwa point yako.
Goja. Tumeona ability ya James, yeye anajua kuzuia, si ndio?
Na anajua
better than kushinda Trent. Na kama ni kuattack, haezi fikia Trent, si ni ukweli? Lakini yeye ako na hizo mbili.
Sikia hii stats. Minutes played. James 908 minutes. Trent 1324 minutes. Trent has 2 goals. James has 4 goals. Trent has 7 assists. James has 5 assists. Assists and goals expected per 90. Trent ni 0.61. James ni 0.89. So what's your argument again?
Those are the stats of this season.
Last season nayo.
Seasons are last season.
Na hii season?
Hii season sidhani, hebu nione.
See, you guys cannot agree on this.
Actually, even that this season.
I think I realize those are the
last.
You guys cannot agree on this topic.
Goja, Sam
Yes.
Goja.
Yes.
Akisomea this season,
Yeah.
Liverpool at its worst. Then
Yeah. Liverpool their best.
tafuta Liverpool at their best. Utafute Chelsea at their best. Ndio ucompare. Sawa? Ukikuwa neutral itakusumbua.
You see, let me tell you guys.
Mimi tu mahali penye nimekataa tu ni hapo. Ukitaka kutumia James kwa team yenye inakuja kukusumbua kukuchapa, atakusaidia. Na mambo na kucreate na kusonga mbele ya timu vile mimi naona game ya James si kama ile ya Trent. Hapo ndo tunakutana tofauti yenu. Tutafutiana na wewe. But well, we agree to disagree. Vile utafikiria ni sawa. Mimi nabaki na yangu.
One thing, let me say something, right? If you guys agree, we do a watch along of a Chelsea game, and then in the same weekend we do a watch along of a Liverpool match, so that we see them playing, tuangalia wakicheza, real time wakicheza. Then that's where you analyze.
Who does Liverpool face next?
I'm not sure though.
Brighton.
But Chelsea will be facing Palace.
Brighton.
Chelsea will be facing Palace.
Chelsea is facing Palace.
Yeah.
Palace have got Zaha.
Yeah, they've got Zaha, especially on that left wing, where he will be facing James.
And then Liverpool wako na Brighton. Hiyo ni nani?
Hiyo side ni nani? Ni Trossard. No, not Trossard.
Si Trossard. Maupe Isaliama.
Anaitwa aje? Mwenye alifunga Gross.
I think Gross.
Zin Gross. Let me wait.
Can we schedule a watch along so that we can analyze as they play?
Itajaribu venye naweza. Sitakataa.
Na watch along tuangalie, or even we can schedule a game yenye itakuwa a bit intensive so that we can see their character.
Sio mbaya.
But Brighton is a good game. Yenye at least tungeangalia venye Trent anacheza.
We will see. But as Kellen told you, it is something true. The weakness of Trent has been realized. Weakness ya James Pay itajulikana tu. I promise you this.
Don't use that word. Overrating is not a good word for such a talented player. James is so talented. You can't use such a word on James, man. That's wrong, man.
Ai baridi mteke wanasikia baridi. Wata nikubali.
Okay, thank you so much.
When starts the last season? Roger starts the last season. Trent had 2 goals and 17 assists. Trent, 2 goals, 17 assists. Trent.
2 goals,
17 assists.
Sawa.
James had 6 goals, 10 assists. You see?
Achia tu hapo. Usiendelee.
Sasa ndio hii sasa kwa ratio. Kitu muhimu. Minutes per assist. Like minutes per goal involvement. James has 133 minutes. Trent has 203 minutes. Meaning, James played less games and became more productive. Trent played more games but bado akashindwa na James despite James kucheza less games.
Are you done?
I am done.
Nilikuambia look at the formation Chelsea uses. Chelsea wewe unataka kunisikia? Chelsea is defenders who score.
No, let me tell you, this conversation will not end. Let's do this.
Some goja.
Acha kwanza endelee.
Okay.
Wait. You are busy telling me about James Tree and Trent. Nimekuuliza.
Yeah.
Why does it? Can you tell me any player of Chelsea who can be able to score 10 goals as a striker? Or even one player?
Mount scored 17 goals last season. 17 ama?
In EPL?
Anyway, you have
I think it's around 10.
Chelsea, they use formation, nini kuscore. Defenders kuscore, si ndio?
Meaning Chelsea at most.
Yeah, meaning that's offensive. The offensive phase. Si ndio? Kwenda mbele.
Continue.
The Liverpool formation in offensive phase ni 2-3-5. Meaning Trent plays more uko mbele compared to James.
As they use 5, attacking of 5. Si ndio?
Yeah.
So which means uko mbele ni wengi.
Uko mbele
si
ni
ndio?
Robertson, Salah, Mane, Firmino, Trent.
So unaona there are many, so exchange of passes zitakuwa mingi, si ndio? Passes played in the third half of the opponent zitakuwa mingi. Look what the passes that Chelsea makes. Zina compare na Liverpool.
Huwezi compare, Juan, tumia different formations.
So unaona hapo ndo kuna tofauti. So ndo nimekuambia bila unaangalia strength ya player, unaangalia na formation. Player Trent can be fit in a team that passes a lot hapo mbele as compared to James. James hataki passes mingi. Ni kidogo waachilia. Kidogo sukuma.
Aya, nikuulize sahi.
Uliza.
Trent na James wachezea Man U. Who will be more successful?
Hata hakuna mwenye anataka akuja wakae tu kwenye wako.
Lakini who will be more successful?
You know,
having in mind that our defense inakuanga exposed kila game. Who will be more successful?
Guys, drop a comment here. Who is better between James and Trent? Drop a comment. I can see you guys watching. Please drop a comment and tell us who do you prefer between Trent and James. According to Dennis, he says that James is overrated. Do you think that is true? Drop a comment and tell us what you think about that. Continue.
Sam.
Yes. Yes.
Chelsea fans are the majority online. Expect James to win. Expect James to win. Chelsea fans are the majority. Expect that.
I'm not a Chelsea fan.
I know. You cannot support Liverpool. Manchester United and Liverpool does not agree.
I support good players. You don't have to play for United.
I like that.
Exactly.
I like
that.
For me,
the way I've seen you guys argue, we need to do a live on. I think I'll introduce a live on Twitch where we'll be playing the videos of these guys play. That's when we'll be discussing about them. As from next month, in fact, tutakuwa tunafanya live on Twitch so that tunaiweka hapa YouTube baadaye, so that tunatumia video kuangalia, look at Trent, tunaangalia James, so that mtu anatoa the argument. When you argue, you're arguing from a point of at least something that you can refer. You see?
It is okay.
Yeah, saizi hatuwezi maliza hiyo discussion. I know you guys, you cannot finish. You cannot finish on that. So what else do you want to?
For me, I think what you had told us to discuss is over.
Anything you have to say as you finish?
Wait, there was a discussion on the group that that Jones is better than Maguire. What can you say about that?
Because that was a banter. I'm not sure. I don't think it's true.
Maguire is better than Jones.
By far.
What's
Jones has
making
never
fans?
played. Jones has never played since 2019, so you can't rate someone who doesn't play.
That's nice.
Yeah.
What makes Maguire the problem currently? In
At
every game
United,
that he plays. No, in every game that he plays, be it England or Manchester United.
he has poor timing on when to commit and when not to commit. You watched England versus Germany.
Not so much. I think I not watch it at all. I cannot cheat on you.
Okay. There's kindly
But
give me your Twitter handle. Give me your Twitter handle, so I'll be tagging you on some stuff.
Katoto_Kamwana.
Yako.
You got
Yako
it?
Sam. Yeah. I was yeah, so I was telling you.
Yes.
There's an instant I was telling Sam where I think it was Musiala and Nicolas Sula exchanged passes. England were a solid 4 defenders in line, but Maguire committed wrongly, akaacha space yenye Nicolas Sula alipata shot yenye ingekuwa bao. Unaona, mistake kama hizo ndio amekuwa akifanya Man U, but hii chance ililand kwa defender. But in Premier League hizo chances zinalalingi kwa attacker na zinakuanga mabao.
Was it 1-on-1 when he was committing that?
Now he totally mistimed that challenge.
I think I told Sam Maguire is not good at 1-on-1. Dennis
Kamwana, right?
That's me.
Okay. Make sure you follow me, Dennis Kamwana.
No problem. Just give me minutes. Okay. If you look at Maguire as on 1-on-1 comparisons is poor. Maguire is only good when someone is near him. That's like I was telling you. You cannot be self-dependent. He depends on another player. That's why you listen to when he was complaining that the players didn't help him, the goalkeeper didn't communicate. You see? That is a problem with him. But he's not very poor. So it will depend on the formation that the coach will use. And if the players will hate Maguire, it will be hard for him to fit in. But we wait. I think that's for today. That's enough.
Yeah, for sure.
I won't say much. Although I was not very much well prepared today.
We meet again on Friday.
On Friday, at what time?
At starting from 9:30.
9:30. I think I will arrange myself. I will arrange myself.
Yeah, make sure be ready at that time.
I don't know if you can see this.
Okay, let me magnify your side so that you can see.
How can I? Naweza jifanya hii nini?
He's passing it to him. He's carrying his run because he wants it back. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wait.
That's James. Whoever's playing centre back, Dyer maybe.
This is how much my BF hates Maguire.
Here's the centre back. Sula, can you see that on there?
Yeah.
Can you actually see the TV?
Yeah.
There's Sula. Okay, centre back has only scored 1 goal for Germany ever. Okay, he gets the ball here. He gives him goals. He's passing it to him. He's carrying his run because he wants it back. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the back 4 there. That's James. Whoever's playing centre back, Dyer maybe, Maguire and Shaw. Okay. Sula's about to get a chance, and I'm going to tell you exactly why he's about to get a chance.
Maguire's running there.
Maguire steps out of his position for some reason and leaves a massive gap. Even when Maguire doesn't do a mistake, it's his fault. I'm going to show you now. Keep your eye on Sula. Maguire has now clattered into him for no reason, was never going to get there, ever, because you're not faster than the ball. And now look at that space that Sula can drive into. There he goes. And he gets a chance. And it's all because Maguire steps out. We're going to show you the replay. Okay? Hold on. There. There's Maguire. Why is he making that run? The ball is already at his feet. He's never going to get it. Play. Pause. Again. Play. Pause. What is Maguire doing? What is Maguire? Zoom in on that. What is Maguire doing? Look at the space he has just left. I can't believe this guy is a professional football player. And they won't show this because there is a media agenda. Somebody, probably Man United, has paid the media not to talk about how shit it is. He misses because it's Sula.
Acha nikutag sasa utaona vizuri.
Thank you.
Okay.
Atikamwana, acha nikutag. Utaiona vizuri alafu you make your own nini.
Unmute.
If it is one-on-one, it's one-on-one, Maguire would always be poor. He cannot improve even soon. So
how can you?
How?
You see, we are going from Rio Ferdinand and Nemanja Vidic to Maguire. That's like Chelsea going from John Terry to some
Zuma.
Hata Zuma alikuwa at least to some defender mwenye ako chini kabisa. Like wamezoea kuona like in case Chelsea this long without a trophy. So wanashika what's happening. Ju coach akifanya mistake anafutwa, mwingine anakuja. So that's what we are experiencing.
Did you watch the preseason for Manchester United?
I watched it.
Did you see any improvement from Maguire?
No.
Are you serious?
I'm very serious. Adi coach akamchange acheze on the right side of defense.
Maguire was put on the right because Lisandro was on the left.
But Lisandro didn't play. The first game Lisandro played together with Maguire was Man U versus Brighton.
The first game was Manchester against Liverpool. Which defense played?
Varane and Lisandro. Pre-season.
Yeah.
I think Eric Bailey and Varane and Lindelof.
No. Varane did not play most in the preseason. He was working on his fitness. He only came in the late 2 games or 3. So I think it was like, was it Crystal Palace or which team? When Maguire could now tackle the mistakes that were being made by Shaw, Maguire was rectifying them. When people were saying that now Ten Hag is choosing Maguire, Martinez, Lindelof over Varane. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Then when the league started, the coach fielded Maguire, Martinez, Luke Shaw, and Dalot. Right?
And we were exposed.
Then we were exposed.
Yeah. You remember how the goals went in?
Yeah. Mistakes from De Gea, 2 goals.
The first game.
The first game against Brighton.
Yeah.
Against Brighton.
Maguire was Welbeck twice. And Luke Shaw was beaten uko kwa wing twice by Pascal Gross. Right?
But in that game, you can also blame Dalot.
Yeah, Dalot hakutrack runner wake, but Maguire was you can't play a player offside bila kuangalia venye nini wako amejipanga. Like Maguire was trying to play Welbeck offside na akamweka goal side. Maguire was at fault. Yeah.
Kenan,
Yes.
the whole team was poor.
I
The
know the
first
whole
two
team
games.
was poor. Exactly. But the first 2 goals we conceded was Maguire's fault.
Maguire,
Maguire's fault.
Dalot,
And Luke Shaw.
and Luke Shaw. Three
Yes.
of them.
Yes.
The coach changed Maguire
And
and
Varane.
the Dalot. I mean, and Shaw.
And how many
Four man.
goals have we conceded?
Is it 2?
3.
Is it 2 or 3?
3. Versus
So
one versus Liverpool, one versus Real Sociedad, and the Real Sociedad one was a penalty.
You know, I'm counting 2 because of EPL. I'm not considering Champions Europa League.
Okay, we have considered
Because-
2 goals.
Because that Europa League, even the referee was unfair to Manchester United.
Yes.
I think you saw that.
Yes.
So personally, like I was telling you, the coach changed the team, and the team that came in started winning. You cannot change a winning team.
True.
Right now, Maguire is injured. You can miss almost like more than 6 games
Yes.
because of that injury.
Yes.
If at all we make a blow and get an injury at the center of our defense, who will play?
Lindelof.
Lindelof. Is he good to fit in?
Very good. You see, what Nani is going for, Ten Hag, is going for defenders who are good on the ball. And I think Lindelof is good on the ball. The only problem with Lindelof ni anakuanga bullied by attackers.
Weakness ya Lindelof na Maguire si ni same?
Maguire weakness yake ni pace na hawezi read game. Weakness ya Lindelof ni anakuwa tu bullied.
Unachukia Maguire sana.
Simchukii, ni ukweli. Like Maguire hata ajisaidii mwenyewe.
Let me ask you. What made fans think Manchester United is ready to win a trophy under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer?
The signing of Bruno Fernandes.
Only that.
Yes. You saw when Bruno Fernandes had a burnout, tulikuwa chini. Jokukuwa na mtu anamreplace. That's why even right now, Bruno anaweza cheza kama umbwa but still answer game because he offers a lot. Not only on possession, even out of possession. Imagine a CAM has last man tackles.
I see.
Yeah, so Maguire played well, but the problem with him ni kitu yenye imenifanya akanibo, like nilikuwa namtetea, kitu imenifanya akanibo ni he's trying to blame other players. And that's not good for the captain. You saw versus Brentford, the guy asked for an interview to apologize. Maguire as the captain angekuja aseme today we didn't play well and we take responsibility. It's time to go to the training ground and work on the mistakes that the coach noted today. But what did Maguire do? Akaenda akajificha. Alafu after 2 weeks amekosa kucheza. What did he do? Ana leak information ya dressing room.
It is claimed Maguire is a leader in the dressing room. Is it true?
I don't know what he leads. But the only person who I know leads is Bruno. Maguire should be acting like that. As a captain, go and ugombane na ref.
Did you hear some of the comments Bruno made recently? He was comparing himself with Pepe.
Hata aliulizwa akasema even Zaha complains to the ref.
Throws the hands.
Even at City, KDB does the same. But the only person who's looked at is Bruno. Sindio?
But why should he talk of a player that he doesn't have a relationship with? A player of another team? That part of the I didn't like it.
Yeah, that's the mistake he made. But when Klopp said United get so much penalties, where were you guys? Where did you
Wait.
allow him to talk about a team that he doesn't coach?
I want to tell something.
Mhm.
The player was communicating that these things happens in other teams, but because it's a Manchester United player, it becomes a
Exactly.
problem.
Exactly.
That was the point. The same way you've been told what Klopp said. The moment he said that, referees turned against him, no penalties, no fouls,
Hatujaipata hata kona zingine tunanyimwa.
because Klopp said. So
Yeah.
what coaches say or other players say will affect what happens to the other teams, because the referees also listen.
Mhm.
And that is why I'm saying
And
it's not the right thing to do. I mean, it's not the right thing to do. You shouldn't talk about other players who don't play for your team. In fact, the freedom that these players have of doing interviews, especially when they go for the international break, it's wrong. They shouldn't be talking about other people,
True.
leaking information of how they've been playing in their clubs. Like now, how can you talk about Pepe? He's not even you are not even close. You don't talk. I mean, you are not in the same team. And then story ya kuwa these players they communicate through media instead of communicating through the field. If you're criticized, you remember back then, the generation before them, generation before the likes of Bruno's, let's talk of Rooney's. Rooney's used to be criticized, but when they come to the field, they do it. I mean, yeah, they respond to in the field. The likes of Drogba, the likes of Terry, they used to communicate in the field. Because I remember there's one pundit mwenye alikuwa apendi John Terry, sijui anaitwa nani. There's one, nimemsahau jina, but I remember him very well. Unamkumbuka?
Anaitwa Robbie Savage.
Robbie Savage. He never used to love John Terry. But John Terry alikuwa ana respond kwa field. Unaona? So these players, they shouldn't make interviews. They should make sure that they respond in the field. When they are criticized. Kama Bruno alikuwa anaambiwa, some of the criticism alikuwa akipewa ni gani? Like he's not aware. He's self-aware. Yes. So he should respond in the field. You see, he shouldn't be making interviews. When you talk about other players, it becomes a problem. Now, niambie Pepe akipata opportunity atasema nini?
Ata respond obviously.
Exactly, he respond.
Unaona Sam?
Yes.
Expect more interviews or more conferences to be held because of a player of a different team said something about another player. Be ready. This is England. And the way pundits also discuss other players as compared to the others. When Bruno gives an assist that is of a high class, they don't discuss it. They discuss KDB. Why?
Thank you. You see, that's the same question I asked in the group chat. When City was playing versus KDB made a pass, and people were like, wow. When we were playing versus Arsenal, I asked how many players in the Premier League can make that assist that Bruno gave Rashford.
But you remember when Bruno was doing well, most of the pundits gave him his flowers. I remember they even walikuwa wanamcompare na Paul Scholes. No, not even Paul Scholes, it was Cantona. In fact, they were saying he was like Cantona. So imagine wanamcompare na mtu kama Cantona. They gave him his flowers.
Yeah,
let me tell you guys, if you set your standard so high, you have to be judged with the standard that you set. So, come Bruno, yes.
Wait, the question was, the pass Bruno gave to Rashford was of a high class.
He should do that openly. He should do that openly. In
a single game, where Modric
the same passes.
Honor, in one game where Modric gives a very nice pass, only one pass. It's a discussion for the whole week.
Like the one against Chelsea, the one he gave to Rodri. Is it Rodri? Rodrigo.
You see, before Modric made that pass, ilikuwa Champions League, si ndio?
Exactly.
Early last season, Bruno made the same outer foot pass to Ronaldo. Hakuna mtu aliongelelea.
Aya, under Ole,
Because it was not
Ole,
a high profile match. You see, that was not a high profile match.
Sam,
But
wait.
they pass.
You
Under
look at the
Ole,
importance of the pass. You look at the importance of the pass and where it is made. It is Chelsea against Real Madrid.
Sam, wait. Under Ole,
Yes.
when I think it was a foul at Etihad, Bruno set Marshall to score. I don't know if you remember that goal. The same style is being used now, but little pundits said, let the KDP do that. My friend, the whole world will pass.
No, I don't think there's biasness. I don't think there's biasness. For Bruno, I think they give him his flowers. They gave him his flowers. They even rated him so highly. They talked of, he was even compared to Cantona, my friend. One of the
Like
greatest players that you had.
You
Let
see,
me ask you.
for Bruno,
Yes. Yeah.
like Bruno doesn't apatangi hiyo praise consistently like KDB. Last season KDB was nowhere between August to January.
Because of the injuries. I think the injury was...
Adi Chelsea fans were saying Mount is now better than KDB because Mount was scoring and assisting.
Mhm.
And another thing, KDB has been in the league for long as compared to Bruno. KDB has been there. Bruno is coming and he's doing things. Yeah? But they are giving airtime to KDB as compared to Bruno. Why?
But it's quality. Quality,
Bruno
my friend.
plays for United.
KDB is quality.
Okay, let me ask you some question.
Yes.
Yeah? Since
Yeah.
February,
Yeah.
I mean January 2020. Yeah?
2020, right?
January 2020.
Yes.
Who in the Premier League has more open play assists?
Assists, I think Bruno has that. I'm not sure though.
Exactly.
And goals too. He scored so many goals.
But you can't hear the same because he plays for United. Well, I understand KDB is clear.
Yeah.
Comparing the two players, KDB is better than Bruno.
Yeah.
But Bruno only got credit for one season. Even not one season, half a season, post-COVID time.
Yeah, because he performed well.
But
Since
even
then,
even
in fact,
now,
since Ronaldo came to Man United, Bruno has not been himself.
Sam, look at the coach at Man City and the coach that was at Manchester United. Then look at the player that the coach produced.
But the individual brilliance is a bit different. Yes.
The player being produced by the coach, the quality of the player and the quality of the coach.
Mm-hmm.
You see, it's like comparing, like saying, like who is it Grealish or Foden who played wing? Then with Saka or Sancho and Saka, Sancho on the right, Saka on the right. Look what the coach and the team Saka is playing in. Then you compare to Sancho. You see, they are giving Saka time. You understand me? The player is showing the ability, so he deserves the airtime. When the Bruno performs, let them give him airtime. They should not focus on KDB each and every time. When he's underperforming, they don't say anything. They keep quiet. When he wakes up, they praise him so much. Why? That is my concern.
But for me, I still tell you, the pundit gave Bruno his flowers. He set his own standard so high. He should make sure that he replicates that each and every season. If he doesn't, then he doesn't need to. Yes.
Another thing.
Yeah.
You are not Bruno. Let's match Maguire and Dias. Before the Euros came in the Europa League, people were blaming Maguire and saying that Dias is a better option as a CP, right? It came the Euros, Dias was PCP in on goals, doing mistakes. that he never did in the Premier League. Maguire was magnificent. Do you remember? Even Maguire said in the Euros he missed like the first 4 or 8 games. He missed them, but he still played and he managed 8 games. Then he managed to be in the tournament, team of the tournament. The same Maguire. Diaz was not there. That's a replica of what's making Southgate to trust Maguire. Are you together?
Okay.
These things, I like saying, balance the equation.
Okay, no problem. Now, you see, we cannot keep on going to Maguire. Maguire, you finish his debates, and then, of course, as I've told you guys, for me, I think Bruno was given his flowers when he was doing well. He set his standard so high, he should replicate the same and exceed the standard that he had put for himself. So that's what happens. You see, Hazard. You see, for Hazard, sometimes in the field he does good things, but the standard that he set for himself, if he doesn't match the standard, you still can't see what he's done, even in one single match. So these players ambao wana set their nini so high, these players ambao wana set their standard so high, lazima waendelee kucheza at that standard so that at least they can be mentioned. But for Bruno, I think the pundit gave him his flowers when he was doing very well. So for me, that's what I can say.
Okay, I get you.
Yeah. Okay.
Expect more from him. Expect more.
Let's expect more from him. He still have time. He still have time to perform well at England.
Because if Ten Hag maintains the team and Eriksen plays well, Bruno will shine.
Okay.
It will be back to standards. Let's wait and see.
Okay, let's have a sleep now. We'll meet tomorrow on Friday so that we can discuss about football again. Thank you so much for joining us.
Welcome.
Okay, say hi to people there. Bye bye. See you then. Okay. Guys, if you're here for the first time and you've not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel so that each and every time we are here, we are having a heated debate, heated discussion. You will be the first one to know. And give us your comment. Tell us what you think in the comment section below. As we've asked you today, there is a topic that we're discussing between the London Derby, the North London Derby, and the Manchester Derby. Which of these two derbies will you be watching this weekend? Which are these two derbies are the greatest derby that you will be watching this weekend? Tell us in the comment section below and give us your comments. Make sure that you share, you like, and subscribe to this channel so that each and every time we're having a discussion here, we'll be the first one to know. Let's meet tomorrow. Thank you so much. See you then.